right, set a beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
What's up? I'm bike. Happy Monday. Come on in. Get on up in here. Come on in. Happy Monday. I hope y'all are doing well. Get the likes up on the video. Y'all already know what it is. Get the likes up on the video. It's that type of Monday. The camel on. The green is on. Al Sharpton and Scammers over here scamming. So y'all already know what time it is. Get on in here and get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. I hope y'all doing good. Man, listen, I had to hurry up and bite me on a little piece of this honey bun because I wanted to eat something before I come on here. So I won't get a little jittery on the live. But ultimately, we got a lot to discuss. Get in here, get the likes up. Now, I hope y'all doing good. Like I said, why I keep repeating the same thing? They must know this about to be a fire show. They must know it's about to be a fire show. It's a manic Monday. Yes, it is. So get in here and get the likes up. Let's talk about why we're here. Y'all seen the Democrats scam Al Sharpton? Apparently, now Kamala, who literally said that she's not giving us anything. Now, apparently, because the midterms are coming up, she wants to tell Black Americans that she's all here for Black Americans asking for tangibles. And then there was a nice brother, a fire brother, who went up there and really cussed all of them out as he should and told them that basically no reparations, no nothing. And then we saw Al Sharpton come behind the brother and say all kinds of stuff to disparage him. And we're going to get into all of that and why y'all need to be focusing on, first of all, your genealogy. Let's start there first. Why you need to be focusing on genealogy first. And then secondly, if you're going to deal with the politics, how you need to deal with it. So we're going to get into that. But like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're new, welcome to the, this is not the dollhouse. Welcome to the channel. I said that already. Let's start with the morning announcements. The morning announcements goes as follows. Black Americans, most particularly, I love y'all more than anybody because you are me and I am you. And I am told to come here and tell y'all to do your genealogy, okay? Please, all it is a family tree. All you're trying to do is figure out who came before you, who is the person that came before you, and the person that came before that person, and so on and so forth. So please do your genealogy. It is so important for y'all. It'll help you with a lot of things that you're dealing with today, and also it'll get you back to the ancestors. And let me say this because I put out a video about genealogy. And I recommended that Black Americans do your genealogy, but start with your matriarch or your matriarchal side. And I saw a lot of men in the chat or in the responses on one of these sites. I'm not going to say which one. And there were some men saying, no, start with the father. Listen, first of all, it doesn't matter who you start with. I think that starting with anybody is the thing. Just start. But the reason why I said start with your matriarchal line is for many, many reasons. First of all, I need us, both men and women, to get out of our minds about this patriarch versus matriarch, man versus woman, who's supposed to be in charge. We got to get away from that. Because if you go into genealogy or any of that with that mindset, you are not going to get everything that you need out of it, okay? So please, please, please understand that this is not about a de-measuring contest. I don't have one, okay? What you're trying to find out is who you are. You're trying to find your identity, okay? And a lot of the stuff, especially tying back to land in what we're going to what we're going into in the future, it's going to tie back to the matriarch. So if you are so hell-bent on I'm the man, and it's supposed to go back through the man, and the man, and the man, and the man, then you, my friend, and I don't care if you're a man or a woman, because some women are like this too. If you are so hell-bent on this patriarchal system, you've already failed. You've already succumbed to the witchcraft, and you will not be able to go into the new era because you won't understand. You will not understand what exactly is taking place here. Matriarchy does not threaten masculinity, and it actually respects it and appreciates it and hones it. You know what I'm saying? For that to be that. But I don't want to get into to go off in a tangent, but I'm saying all that to say the reason I said to do the mother's line first is because that way you have more of a concrete of who is who. You know what I mean? A lot of daddies can be switched around and things of that nature. Not saying that mothers can't either, but I'm just saying like you have more of a concrete of who's who from your mother's side of the family. Because a lot of y'all gonna get a lot of feelings hurt when you realize a lot of daddies ain't really a lot of daddies. And for some of y'all, even a lot of mothers ain't a lot of mothers. But that's a whole nother story. I'm saying all that to say it wasn't to draw a divide when I say to do the matriarchal side first. Do whatever side you want. I don't care. But what I'm saying is the reason I said the matriarchal side, because a lot of that is tied to land and inheritance, okay? So please don't try to divide up the thing, because that's not what we're doing. We're not on that red pill, you know what I mean, division. We're not doing that. So please don't do that. So do your genealogy, Black America. Also, what else I want to say? Oh, grounding, meditating, praying. Grounding, meditating, and praying. Please, y'all, we got to get back into to the Most High. We got to get back to the ancestors. We got to get back to the Most High. So please, please, please ground, meditate, and pray. Also, if you are someone you know is interested in supporting the dog, I got a line, right? It's called Babe, Black Americans versus Everybody. I put the hat on today. I'm wearing the gear, the merch. Plus, my hair ain't done. You know what I'm saying? I look a mess, girl, under the hill. But anyway, I have this line called BAVE, and the acronym is for Black Americans versus Everybody. And it is something that I'm starting. It's just a little rough draft that I put out there. And if you are interested in supporting the dog, please hit that link that's pinned to the top of the chat. If you are not on YouTube and you are on Facebook, Twitch, Rumble, I think that's the only other three. Yeah, Facebook, Twitch, or Rumble. Please hit me up at Voodoo Doll Podcast at Gmail. Nope. Voodoo Doll TV Shop. VoodooDollShop.com. Girl, wait a minute. Let me pull it up. Because at this point, I done forgot my own website. I think I got too much voodoo. It's VoodooDollTVShop.com. Let me share the site with y'all so y'all can see. VoodooDollTVShop.com. I will be in the near future putting up more merch. Please bear with me. I will be putting up more merch here in the future. So please BOLO, be on the lookout for that. But here's where you can find more of your Babe merch if you are interested. To anybody out there, if y'all are interested, check out the doll, okay? But I will be putting up more merch. Why y'all saying Nubia back? Which one is supposed to be Nubia? Which one is supposed to be Nubia? Y'all saying Nubia is back. Let me know which one is supposed to be Nubia, and we'll deal with it. But anyways, VoodooDollTVShop.com for your merch. VoodooDollTVShop.com for your merch. Shop with your girl, okay? Now, let's get into why we're here. Who all on the docket? We got the reparations with Al Sharpton thing going. We already know about that. And Kamala Harris. I want to talk to y'all also about high falls and historic sites in America. What we have been tricked to believe is that everything that's great is outside of America. But what I am here to tell you that everything is great is actually inside of America, and everything outside of America is a replica. Oh, yes, I'm going that far. Yes, France, fake France. England, fake England. Africa, fake Africa. Everything outside of America. Spain, fake Spain. Rome, fake Rome. Greece, fake Greece. Everything outside of America is a replica. You have been tricked. Y'all know how they have downtown in certain areas. They'll have like Chinatown. Okay, imagine Chinatown being America. It's all fact. It's all cap. It's all fake. And we're going to get into it. So we're going to talk about some historic sites right here in our backyards. And this is why they got us. This is why they got us running around here, flying all the way over here to go see this. and flying all the way over here to go see that. No. It's right here. We're going to discuss it. So we got to talk about that. Animals and Black Americans in nature. We got to talk about it. We have to talk about it. Listen, there is a connection that Black Americans are making back with nature. It kind of goes in with the example I told y'all about Michael Jackson. Remember I told y'all with Michael Jackson in the Earth song, what about us? What about everything? And I told y'all that the world can't repair itself until Black Americans get back in touch with the Most High, the ancestors, and the earth and nature. I'm starting to see more and more videos of animals, plants, trees, everything getting back in touch with nature, communicating, talking, everything to Black America. And I think that this is a tall tale sign that we are on the right path. So we're going to get into that. We also need to talk about this lady. Who is Ashlee Jenae? Some Negro gal. She seems Negro. She's Black, at least, black skinned. Ashlee Jenae marries a clear, goes out of town and comes up unalived. They had people on there saying they told us so, and we're gonna discuss why she's just as problematic. If what I think about her is true, she would be just as problematic as them red pill fools. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll get into that. We also got Offset seen at a concert jumping out of wheelchairs, and his mama is crying online for help. Toni still flashing. She's got a documentary out about that little girl, Black China, and about her abuse that nobody's gonna listen to. And then we got what else I got? I think that's about it. What I got down here on FaceTime? Something about FaceTime. We'll get to it if the Most High says foot. But you know what I'm saying? I just thought about too. Just like Wakanda. Y'all remember how in the movie, this how much these people, this enemy play a trick on us. Do y'all recall how in the movie Black Panther, they make you think Wakanda is a mythical place in Africa, right? It's so odd because right after the movie came out, I remember online, searching about reviews of the movie and stuff. And I remember somebody saying, holy crap, there's a Wakanda, Kansas, right? And I saw it and I was like, oh, snap, there's a Wakanda name in Kansas. This is before me really coming into where I'm at now. And then as the time went by, I started looking into the Wakanda, Kansas, and started realizing that just like that area and a lot of other areas, even right here in Georgia, we got all kinds of historic biblical, not just historic, we got biblical sites right here in the backyard. See, the witchcraft and the trick is to relocate the Holy Land to make you believe you are displaced. This is why you believe everything is in Africa. This is why you believe you come from Africa. You get it? That's the witchcraft. That's the trick, to make you believe that you're lost at home, when the fact of the matter is you're not lost at home. You're at home. You lost, yeah, up in here, but you it's just a matter of an awakening to be found, okay? And it just made me think about it. I'm seeing all kind of stuff popping up. The Garden of Eden is right down there in Florida. Yay. And then I'm looking at certain sites. I'm seeing down at High Falls, a waterfall. Then I'm finding dams, and I'm like putting 2 and 3 together. I'm making 5. And I'm like, wait a minute, man. And again, this is not stuff that I'm just coming on to, but it's kind of like, more clarity as the days go by. Every time I go to sleep, I have these downloads. I have these wonderful dreams. I damn near astro travel every damn night. No cap. I'm somewhere different every damn night. But I've always been like that since a little girl. I just thought I was just dreaming a lot. At any rate, I always wake up sometimes, especially if I hone in on the last thing I thought. I always wake up sometimes with more clarity on stuff that I didn't even realize I was asking about. And I'm realizing it's clarity probably from stuff that I'm getting from the dream state. But ultimately, we're going to get into that because that's what we need to discuss. Like, let me say this. Ken Duran said my dreams be like movies. Listen, I got dreams that I can vividly remember and write a script on from what I had when I was a little bitty girl. That's how vivid my dreams is. Nigga, my dreams have an intro, bitch, closing credits damn near. The actors get to come. Girl, my dreams be so vivid. If I wrote down my dreams, you would think they was scary movies and fixed. Girl, please. My dreams be so vivid. If I told people how vivid my dreams is, they'll think something wrong with me. Okay. But anyways, yeah, mine literally be like me sitting in a 3D movie watching TV. but I'm in the movie. I be in the TV in the movie. Like, it's crazy. But no, y'all, a part of the witchcraft of getting us to go all over the world to see these quote unquote wonders all over the world is to get us to be displaced at home. And when I'm here to tell you that the Holy Land is here, that all those Bible stories and all that stuff that happened right here on Turtle Island in North America. And I ain't no Bible thumper, so shout out to the people who roll with the Bible. But let me just say this to all y'all out here in the bike who sitting up there asking about this, that, and the third. I've learned when it comes to Black America, I've said this before and I will say it again. When it comes to us and what it is, who we are and how we practice, there is no one thing. We just are. We just is. I don't even know how you say it. We are. You know what I mean? Whatever, however, somebody drop down in the comments and correct me. But the point is, we're not a monolith. Another portion of witchcraft that they put on us is have us fighting each other to believe that one way is the right way. When the fact of the matter is, we were Hebrews, we were worshiping Hebrews, we were worshiping Buddhists, we were worshiping because we understood that the Most High was source and He was in all things. What's the word they say? Omnipotent. Ain't that what that word mean? Because I remember that song, for the Lord our God is almighty. For the Lord our God is omnipotent. Whatever, how you say the word, girl? I don't even know. What's the word? What that mean? I feel like it means He's like everything or something. I don't know. You know, all knowing. See what I'm saying? That's the same thing. Omnipotent. Let me go. What does it mean to say omnipotent? Or what does that mean? Omnipotent, having unlimited power, authority, or influence. Essentially, all power. Derived from the Latin omni, total, potent powers. It describes a being, typically deity, capable of doing anything that is logically possible. Then they're going into all of that. But it says all powerful, almighty, the ability to do anything consistent with a rational, consistent nature. Listen, I don't want to get too far into the definition, but if omnipotent meant what I thought it meant as a kid, that means that the Most High is just like you are. The reason why you don't know that, the reason why you haven't been able to reach your fullest potential is because you think one way. I'm saying all that to say the biggest witchcraft and trick was, first of all, that Christianity and the way in which they took our way in which we practice and worship the Most High, hijacked it and put spell work on it and spit it back into us with white Jesus and the cross and all of that stuff. But I ain't gonna go there. Listen to what I'm saying. We are the first religion. Whatever religion is, we are it. Okay, Muslims. Even a level of, I don't know if I would call it Christianity, but something related to. We are it. There is no wrong way to worship the Most High. I'm starting to learn that. If you understand that source is it, meaning, so I'll give you an example because I don't want to go too far into it, but I always thought people who worship the Buddha thing, and I still don't know all about the Buddha thing, so please correct me. But I always thought the people who worship the Buddha thing, I'm like, dang, that's like idol worshiping and all of that. Boom, boom, boom. But then again, I haven't been the most intelligent on it. But the more I'm starting to pay attention, I'm starting to realize it's not necessarily like the urn itself. It's more or less it's source. And from what I'm understanding in my ignorance, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know. It's just like another form of source. But I'm saying all that to say, it's not up to us to fight about who's right and how to worship the Most High, because the Most High understand that we are, meaning we have different ways of worship, and that's why He is all encompassing. She is all encompassing. Yes, she. That's why she is all encompassing, and or He is all encompassing. He's everywhere. So I'm saying all that to say, I don't even know why I came on here to say that, but maybe it's something I had to get out. I'm saying all that to say, the division, the witchcraft is in the division, and the witchcraft is in the I'm right and you're wrong. Do not fall for that. Keep your mind open. Keep your ears open. One more thing before I get into the show also. So every day, more and more of us are waking up. Yes, yes, yes. Niggas is wiping the coals out of their eyes every single day. And when I tell you, I'm literally like that Louis Farrakhan meme. I'm literally sitting up here like this. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally every day, niggas is wiping the coal out of their eyes. Some niggas is still stumbling. Some niggas still got the Bambi legs. Some niggas still wobbling getting out the bed. But it don't matter. Niggas is waking up. You know what I'm saying? And it's so good to see. And it's so exciting. The only thing that I would just hope to give out to y'all is for y'all who waking up, once you get your footing, once you get your balance, please be advised that you too at one point was knocked out cold. Give your people that grace. Now, I'm not saying be a fool. And sometimes when you got to cut up on a nigga, cut up on a nigga. That's not what I'm saying don't do. Do what you got to do for you. But what I'm saying is sometimes you got to understand that your alarm clock went off and you didn't snooze it. You actually got up. Some niggas is still hitting the clock. You got to just let that, you know what I'm saying? You just got to like, and just go move around and hope that maybe they'll come back around. And also not only hope that they'll come around, be okay with the fact that it's highly possible they won't. That's the part. Don't just hope that they come around. Be more vigilant on the idea that it's a very high possibility that they may never come around. So please keep that in mind, y'all, when y'all out here, because I seen some niggas wake up and get the thrashing niggas over the head. Please don't do that. You catch more flies with honey than shit. That's what the people used to say. So please, if you can, be a little more patient with our brethren. Be a little more patient with our brethren. Now let's move on. Yeah, they is caught up in the Matrix bad. It's scary. Oh, it's so scary. It is so scary how people is caught up in the Matrix. Oh my God. Listen, let me say this. Once you wake up, you can't unwake up. So let's start there first. There's no such thing as unwaking up. Once you up, you up. It's up and it's stuck. Even if you decide I'm going to try to ignore it, never going to happen. Your inner thoughts, your brain, all of that stuff is going to literally haunt you every waking moment. Every step you take, you'll be reminded that that's fake, this fake. Oh man, they caught up in this. It's gonna drive you insane. I'm telling you now. So please be advised. You can say what you want, feel how you want, but yeah, you can't. Once it happens, it happens. It just is what it is. Now, I want to start with this honorable mention. Y'all get the likes up. Let's get into an honorable mention right quick. So, oh girl, look at me cut the dog on camera off. So apparently Kimora Lee is still beefing with her ex-husband, Russell Simmons. So apparently, Kimora Lee took to the internet to say that she didn't own much of her business, Baby Fat. And apparently, Russell Simmons had to come out and correct her and say, "Heifer, I gave you that. So anything that you got away from it, you should be happy." And honestly, we all knew that because Baby Fat was definitely a play off of Fat Farm. So if y'all don't understand what I mean, if you weren't there, let me help you out. So back in the 90s, Black Americans were entrepreneurs, but in the real way. We were making our own clothes. We actually still owned a lot of our own businesses, brick and mortar, storefronts and stuff like that. You know, we owned dry cleaners. It was a good old time. It was back in my day. But during this time, we were coming out with clothing brands, FUBU being one of them, Carl Kanai was one of them, all of that. But Russell Simmons decided to hop in on the train, and he came out with this line called Fat Farm. Now, Fat Farm was a contender with all of the other Black brands because, honestly, we were all into supporting each other, wearing each other's clothes. So when he dropped Fat Farm, it was lit. But then right around that time, apple bottom jeans and the women's wear started popping off really well. This is back when we used to dress up and put clothes on. Yeah, see, back then we didn't have our ass out. Back then to be fine, you just needed a tight pair of jeans. Yeah, it was the good old days. You had to be there. But anyways, because the jeans phase popped off, you had the apple bottoms. Hell, even Tina tried to jump in with them trash ass House of Darions. We already talked about that. You feel what I'm saying? But everybody came in with their pairs of jeans. So I assumed at the time that Russell Simmons threw Kimora the alley-oop and was like, oh, all right, boom, and gave her baby fat. Now, at the time baby fat launched, it went crazy. The top 2 jeans and jacket wear for the women was baby fat and apple bottom. Baby fat and apple bottom. If I'm missing one or two, y'all drop them down in the comments. But anyways, it went crazy. And then all of a sudden, it seemed like all of the Black American brands just vanished. You already knew it wasn't a coincidence. You know they got them up out the paint, but neither here nor there. Now, after that, it went to be on to be super successful. And Kimora decided to come to the internet recently and say, this is what she had to say. It says, Kimora Lee Simmons admits she didn't own enough of her legendary brand Baby Fat, which reportedly sold for $140 million. Lee Simmons claimed her cut was $20 million or less. You live and you learn. Let me say this before we get into Russell Simmons' response. Kimora Lee was one of the it girls on the scene. She was hanging out with Tyra Banks. That little crew was popping. The America's Next Top Model was doing their big one. You feel what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Kimora was really like the model girl that we found out was a model because she was a socialite hanging with the girls. Okay? And then when we found out who she was and found out she was married to Russell Simmons, we was like, oh, all right, girl, yay. Okay, girl. And then we found out she was half black. She was a little Blasian. And then we found out she talked ghetto. When I tell you cosplay down. But at any rate, she won us over. And we all knew that she was just a young, pretty face. I'm not taking nothing away from Kimora as a businesswoman, but we knew who the business people were, the Simmons brothers, the Black Americans. Russell, and what's his brother name? The fat one that used to be in the tub, Diggy and them. With Joey, them DMC niggas, the run and them niggas, they were the business minded ones. I back then thought he threw her the alley-oop with Baby Fat. I mean, come on now. Nobody looked at Kimora Lee like this. Just, you feel what I'm saying? This just most intelligent businesswoman. Rev Run, that's his other name. Rev Run and Russell, who are brothers, those were the business heads. Okay. So in my opinion, if she got $20 million from this deal, she did better than what she should have got. Because really, if you ask me, he really pushed her as the face of the brand to sell it to Black women. Let's talk about it. Russell Simmons understood that Black women in the time was popping with Tyra Banks. It was all about buying Black brands. She's married to a Black man who's the like damn near the godfather of hip hop at the time. In my opinion, he pushed her to the front simply to sell the brand. Nobody in their right mind thought Kimora Lee came up with this on her own. Well, at least I'm gonna say me. I can't speak on y'all. I did it. Okay. Now, fast forward. She says that she only made $20 million, and this is what Russell Simmons had to say. He says she's right. She didn't own any. I gave her the brand which already existed. There you go. I gave designers support, fame, and at the end, money. Stop playing with me. That was pure generosity and love. And you know what? Shout out to Russell Simmons. I may not believe what's going on, I don't know what's going on with why he running the Bali, but this here, I believe. Ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing different, because if the bitch was if she was that business minded, when he left, she would have had more businesses. And we all know when she left, she started using that coochie. So stop the cap. And shout out to Russell Simmons for coming out and saying what he had to say, because it had to be said. You know what I'm saying? It had to be said. And this is a lesson to us, Black America, because listen, we got caught up. We believe that this was a Black brand, and I'm telling you what happened. He pushed her out to the front just to sell it. And whole time, it was a Black brand when you really think about it. But it was kind of like we got played. Really. Kind of in a major way. And also, Kimora, Russell Simmons told me to tell you this.
Fuck you and your family, bitch.
And that goes for them churn too. Let's move on. And that goes for them churn too. That Baskin Robbins 32 flavor set of churn you got over there, bitch. That's what. the churn, that rainbow coalition of churn you got around there, bitch. Said what he said. Now let's move on. That whole round there raising the rainbow coalition. Girl, Kimora, go lay down. Girl, please. Please. Okay? Go lay. Bitch, I seen what you did. You ain't got pregnant by anybody with a couple of dollars to keep your head above water, bitch. I seen it. I was there. I know what I seen. Girl, go lay. Let's move on. I had a rush card too. Remember we found out the rush cards were scams? Ooh, girl. They said a rush card was scamming, girl. Everybody went rush to get a rush card. Y'all remember everybody went rush to get a rush card? Girl, everybody put their little $5 on their card. Niggas put their little direct deposit on the card. Girl, right after we got the card, it was all on the news, girl. They scamming niggas off the rush card. We had to get rid of the rush card. Girl, I had a black one. That was my fake black card. Stop acting crazy. I had a black one. You wasn't telling, and listen, this is how I know I'm going to get a black card in the future. Because I specifically got a black rush card because in my mind, this how I'm going to be with my black card. Yeah, girl, please. Please. Did get a black one, girl, yes. Girl, Let's move on. Somebody said I thought rush card was Cash App. No, girl, rush card was the debit card. It was a debit card. Abundance and Clarity said I didn't trust it. Well, I did because I didn't have no money. Bitch, I was working at McDonald's, girl, making $5.25 an hour, bitch. What they was gonna take. By the time I paid my lunch bill, girl, I was already behind on the rent. Girl, what else they was gonna take? I mean, now would I get a rush card today? Hell no. But back then when I ain't had nothing to lose, girl, please run me 2 of them bitches. Yeah. Run me 2 of them bitches. Yeah, I want give me a black one. What's up? When you ain't got nothing to lose, you try anything. You just don't have release your inhibitions. Yeah, girl, you ain't when you broke. Girl, please. What they doing over there? I'll try it. Fuck it. Let's move on. Now, did y'all see this? Look. Y'all remember the mama from the Winslows? We talked about that on Educational Friday. Shout out to everybody who pulled up on Educational Friday. But listen, the mama from the Winslows was in the hospital, but she out and she's doing well. Let me say this. I remember meeting Miss Jo Marie Payton, because that's her real name. Not Harriet. Even though I met her in person, she don't mind when you call her Harriet. That lady's sweet as pie. Do you hear me? Jo Marie Payton, I remember meeting her. Ironically, I was in high school in New Orleans, and we went and did a parade at Alcorn State. I swear to God, the Most High could take me down if I'm lying. I don't even know why I did the cross, because I don't even do that. But look, we went in marched in a Black History Month parade at Alcorn State. And the person who led the parade was Miss Jo Marie Payton. And I never forget, I was so in awe of seeing her because I saw her on TV all the time. And I was like, dang, that's the mama from the Winslows. You know what I'm saying? And I remember going up to that lady and saying, hey, Miss Harriet. And she just smiled and her energy was just so bright. And she said, hey, baby, like she was just the sweetest lady. I'll never forget that about that lady. And she didn't say much. It was just her energy was just so inviting. Like she really did feel like if you knock on her door, she'll let you in and give you something to eat. You see what I'm saying? So at any rate, when I saw her with this post that she was in the hospital, it really touched my heart because I remember her from a kid when I was in high school. But they say she went to the hospital because she fell ill, but she's doing well. Let's get into it. It says, Family Matters star Jo Marie Payton asks fans to pray for her after medical emergency left her relearning how to walk and talk. Y'all, let's get into Miss Harriet. Y'all, this lady is sweet. I don't care what nobody see. I'm here for this lady. And they say she used to do a lot of advocating on that show on Family Matters. You know what I'm saying? So I think this lady is a sweet lady. Let's get into her video talking about how she got sick.
Months ago, I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk. And this started from last year. You know, found out walking better than I thought it would do. talking better than I thought I would talk. I'm doing okay. Keep praying for me. I'll be back.
Shout out to Miss Jo Marie Payton. And I pray, and I'm going to manifest out to the universe that she make a full recovery, because that lady is sweet. She says, hello, all. Happy Easter, and thank you for all your prayers. It's been a long 5 months. Stay with me. I'll be back. Slow and steady wins the race. Joe. I want to say to Miss Jo Marie Payton, I love you, ma'am, and I appreciate what you've done for us as children growing up in the household with you as a stepmama raising us for 30 minutes a day. And I hope and pray that you make a full recovery. I support Miss Jo Marie Payton because, like I said, some things, I met many celebrities in my day. And I'm going to tell you, very, very, very few of them left very good, long-lasting impressions on me. And Miss Jo Marie Payton is one of those people. So I don't know the lady personally, but my prayers go out to her, and she will be making a full recovery. Let's just keep on moving and keep Miss Jo Marie in y'all prayers. That's one of our elders. That is one of our elders. Keep Miss Jo Marie in y'all prayers now. Mm-hmm. You don't got to clog the prayer line up. She walking. Look, you ain't got to clog the prayer line up. She talking. Just say your little 1, 2, yin, yin. Get in, get out. Let's move on. I'm just playing. Let's move on. I must be funny today. I don't know what's going on. Let's move on, y'all. Y'all is crazy. All right. Ooh, this gonna shake the table. So let's talk about these foreigners inside these cities. This brother from Atlanta, right? This brother from Atlanta is talking about how Atlanta no longer belongs to Black Americans. Let me say this to y'all out here in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the party. You're late. This is what I was trying to tell you guys. Voting in, especially, I'm talking about local politics. I'm not talking about the president. I'm talking about these governors and these mayors and these people that y'all just love down because they come down to the city and shake a tail feather with y'all. Listen to what I am telling you. The reason why inner cities no longer belong to the Black Americans is because you are actively being sold out by your favorite politicians. Yes, the ones y'all love. These are the very people who are laughing, smiling, and kikiing in your face, playing like they on your side, and they're literally selling your real estate, your interest in everything to every single foreigner that comes in there. I need y'all to understand this. I don't give a damn what city you live in. Detroit, New Orleans, Miami, Atlanta, Jersey. I don't give a damn. LA or the Bay. I don't give a damn where your crazy ass at. Cleveland, bitch. I don't care where you at. Wherever you at, you are currently being sold out. And this is why you see all these foreigners coming in and you sitting up there saying, well, dang, we got a Black mayor. And then the Black mayor come out there and say, oh, well, I tried, or there's nothing I can do. And then you get other people in your neighborhoods, other peers who will keep the lie, keep the BS going to keep you asleep. Oh, what a mayor did, what they could do. Y'all trying to bring this person down because they Black. It's all a trick. You have succumbed to the witchcraft. Somebody said Brandon Johnson, Chicago. Yes. New York. All of them niggas that's been put in place. And a lot of y'all with foreigners. Because I seen down there in Mississippi, they had an African mayor down there. I want to say it was down there in, they got a show on it. Bell Collective. Jackson had an African down there. And quiet as it's kept, I believe they had an African over here in Atlanta. The point is this. Y'all are currently being sold. First of all, I want nothing to do with cities. I want nothing to do with the inner city. The moment, the chance I get, I'm running to land, and you bitches won't see me unless I log in. I swear to God. Y'all won't see me until I log in this bitch. I'm trying to go as far away because I understand something is a brewing, and I don't want no parts, okay? But listen to what I'm saying. These people are working on these inner cities to literally sell you. They want to make you a walking NPC. They want you to provide the resources and everybody reap the benefits. All of your mayors, city council people, your governors, and all the people in between is selling you up the road. I don't give a damn if you like them or not. I don't give a damn if they Black or white. I don't give a damn what color they is. I'm telling you, the darker they are, the more you're being sold out. Don't let that go over your head. But let's get into this brother talk about how Atlanta no longer belongs to Black Americans and it belongs to the foreigners. Let's get into it. Let me add this too. To Tip, that size 6.5 minutes, that bitch Tip who got up there when it was all running through the CNN Center, and that bitch Tip, him and that wobbly booty ass Killer Mike. Oh, why is y'all doing this to Atlanta? Atlanta is Wakanda, bitch, please. Atlanta is only Wakanda to them niggas, to the niggas who selling y'all out. Let's talk about it. And it's the same thing in New Orleans. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. That Wakanda only exists to the people who selling y'all out. You, as long as you remain stupid and sleep, they get to have heaven on earth, and you get to keep running back to church every Sunday and praying for it. I'm gonna just leave it right there. Now let's get into the brother.
Niggas in Atlanta need to be ashamed of y'all self, boy. We don't let these foreign people come over here and take over all our industry, take over all our dealership. We don't have no franchise, black-owned dealership in Atlanta. Yeah, we flexing. All of us got money. We got all the nice cars. Everybody in Atlanta, everybody black in Atlanta got nice cars. Don't none of us own no franchise dealership.
Because it's all cap. First of all, Atlanta is the city of dreams. If you run into a nigga, he won't look like he have $1 trillion. All women, bitches be living on blow-up mattresses. Atlanta is a city of illusions. And the illusion is the same way in most cities. It's not about what you actually own. It's about what you look like you have. Let me say it again, because I damn sure don't want, I want y'all to really catch this part. This is what I hate about the city. Everybody in that bitch flexing. Everybody. Designer, $1,000 this car. Oh, let me go get this whip. Oh, the new Cybertruck came out. Oh, let me go get, oh, you going over here? Let me go over here. Oh, everybody in competition with each other. Checkers. Black over red. Black over red. When I told you black is red. Hello? All y'all niggas in the cities playing checkers over each other. I said what I said. Everybody playing checkers. Everybody worry about what it look like they have, when the fact of the matter is don't nobody got shit. The ones who do is the ones who keeping y'all playing checkers. Tip, Killer Mike. I ain't gonna name the rest of them, but y'all know what I'm saying? So that's the illusion, to look like you got it when you don't. I remember going to Atlanta after Katrina. I remember landing in Atlanta in 2006. Black Americans at the time still owned businesses. I went out there and saw real Black American brick and mortar storefronts. This was just right after Katrina. And I'm talking about random everyday schmegular degular niggas. You at the AutoZone thinking this nigga just going to get a car part. Whole time he owned a dealership. This really blew my mind when I got to Atlanta. I wasn't used to that coming from New Orleans. But when you go down there now, it's Tether City. When you go to Atlanta, it looks like Black America, but it's Tether Nation. That's the witchcraft. That's the part to keep you stuck and caught up. You keep voting on that same bullshit cycle. You keep looking like you have it. You keep chasing the weekend, every weekend to make it seem like you got more than the next. You stay in that same hamster wheel while the people come in and steal everything from you. Your land, your resources, and even you. Because you so busy sleepwalking, you don't even realize you done turned into an NPC. I'm pretty sure if somebody really sat down and looked at their life and said, and wrote down on paper, what have I done the last few weekends? No, what have I done over the weekend the last 6 months? And you write that shit down. You want a reality check? Write that shit down on a piece of paper. I challenge you. Let me let the brother finish.
We giving all our money to the Indian man. We giving all our money to foreign people who own these dealerships, who own these gas stations, who own these companies, laundry mats. We giving all our money to them. You see what I'm saying? We giving all our money. These folks don't even know how to speak English, bro. We giving them all our money, bro. We need to take that back. We need to take our black dollars back. We need to take our city back. This our city, bro. Go in the city, you see us. Go try to buy something, you see them. Only thing we want to do in the city is entertain folk. That's the only thing we want to own. We want to own a film building, film studio. Like, that's getting money in that mud every day. These folks getting money every day out of us in our neighborhood on stuff we need because we don't own it. We don't want to own it. We get our money, we leave. We go to California, we leave the state. All these rapper niggas out here none of these niggas own no dealership out here. Just at Atlanta Auto, bro. Watch this nigga, Lil Yachty come in, spend $100,000 with an Indian nigga who don't give a dang about him. Then I see another rap nigga want to come in and spend $300,000 on a car that was bought brand new for $200,000. Nigga trying to spend $300,000. You mean to tell me we gotta go through oppression, do all this to earn the money fairly? Then once we getting the money, we giving it to folk that just came over here off a boat. These niggas ain't even got no social security number, bro. You see what I'm saying? And then what we do? We sell our grandma house to them. Yep. Let trap. Let get some dope. Let get a restaurant and trap and make that mud like a trap house and call it bando. That's the only thing we know how to do. Get a restaurant, eat, do some nails, do some hair. That's the only thing we know how to do, man. And if anybody got something to say to me, boy, I quit them folk dealership. I was making money at them folk dealership. Nigga, I quit. Soon as them niggas start treating me bad like I want nothing to remind me if I was a black man, nigga, I got up out of there, nigga. Once I realized I was better than the boss, the owner, every nigga in there doing the job, nigga, I got up out of there, nigga, and I start my own company, nigga. I don't need to be nigga, you think I'm finna be somewhere busting my butt to make another race rich and then just for a nigga to be like, nigga, I don't like you today, nigga. You ain't gonna make no money today, nigga. And they have power over me like that? Boy, you got me messed up, bro. Niggas in Atlanta need to be ashamed of y'all self, boy.
Shout out to this brother, because this is the level of frustration we really need to be on. Because listen, when you understand the witchcraft, see, right now we're in an awakening, so we can look back and be like, damn, let's look back. Let's think about what it is he's saying. While we having fun, looking good, smelling good, eating and stomping the yard, we don't own shit. We too busy competing to work at these people's jobs. On top of us competing to work at these people's jobs, first of all, they hiring who and how they want to hire. Firing whenever, however they want to fire. We stressed out Monday through Friday just to live over the weekend, and nobody realizing until now, I guess some people during this awakening, we're starting to realize, man, we've been finessed. Especially, you're my age. I'm 43 years old, right? I remember being in Atlanta circa 2006 and seeing Black American-owned businesses all through Atlanta. So when I go back in 2026 and I hardly could find one, you're not going to tell me that that's not a culture shock to me. In my mind, not even just there. In New Orleans, my own hometown. New Orleans, especially in the city, was filled with Black-owned businesses. All up and down the streets, people selling food on the street, all kind of stuff. Now when you get back down there, it's a clear this, NOLA that, NOLA this. And whenever you see NOLA, you know that ain't nobody from New Orleans because we don't use that shit. The point is, that was the hijack. That was the witchcraft. We clapped and danced and second line each and every mayor into these cities and each and every governors into these seats and these state seats to steal from us. That's what we did. That's exactly what happened. We got tricked by the black. We got tricked by feeling like, oh, well, they black, so we gotta, oh, well, she is a black woman. We got tricked. That was the trick. We also got tricked with entertainment. We got tricked by distractions. We got tricked. But now that we know the awakening is real, and this is why I like this brother. He decided, you know what? I don't give a damn where I work. I'm more than this. He started to understand who he is. And when y'all understand that these people only are who they are because of you, then maybe one day you'll wake up and say, you know what? I don't give a damn what's going on at this job. Maybe there's something inside of me that's calling me to do something greater for myself, to build for my own self. Because if 2020 ain't teach y'all nothing, it should have taught y'all that nobody got job security in America. And I don't give a damn where you work. If you was a pilot, if you was in the military, if you was a doctor, I don't give a damn where you work. If 2020 didn't tell nobody nothing, what it should have told y'all is you have zero job stability. Them people will put out a damn panorama today and your ass will be 5 by 5. I'm telling you. So please, in this awakening, a lot of people are going to start to realize and open their eyes and see stuff. That's all you're witnessing with this brother here is an awakening. He literally woke up, his eyes open, he wiped the coals out of his eyes and realized, nigga, we getting played. And he made a move. A lot of Black Americans are going to start doing this. This is biblical. This is prophetic and this is biblical. This is another reset. And it's so odd because last Friday, we did a Educational Friday on the Great Reset. We are in a new Great Reset. You think I'm lying? Hold on. We in a Great Reset. Let me show y'all something. Y'all like the video. Look at this. Look what Trump tweeted. Trump tweeted, world's most powerful reset, President Donald J. Trump. Now, I don't want to get too far into this, but let me just say this. A lot of things Trump been doing around America is for the benefit of Black America. I'm not a pro-Trumper. I don't give a damn about Trump. But I'm talking about the moves that he made. The repealing back the birthright citizenship. That was great for Black America. The taking back the money from the HBCUs and that DEI shit. Now we got millions of dollars, Black Americans, that you should be going up there to get because it is yours. Okay. And on top of that, 1,000,001 other things. But on top of that, listen, outside of Trump, we are waking up. It's not just the brother I just showed you that's waking up, opening his eyes and realizing the play and making moves. A lot of us are making moves. A lot of us are waking up and making changes to literally benefit us in the long term, and not just us, generationally. That is the Great Reset. We're coming into identity. Black Americans, I told y'all, the very first key to freedom is identity. The reason why all of this happens is because we don't know who we are. But this is why during this Great Reset, one of the biggest things we're going into now is we want to know who we are. We are dealing with identity. This is prophetic and this is biblical. Please be advised. Please be advised. Take your politics off the table and pay attention to what's going on. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Please and thank you. Shout out to everybody in the building, though, y'all. It is a Monday. The sun was out beautiful. And oh, girl, I looked up in the sky. I went on my walk this morning. And I looked up in the sky. And when I tell you it looked like scribble scratch in the sky. OMG. These aircraft are working. That enemy is working overtime with these chemtrails in this doggone air. I looked up this morning, and when I tell you it was so many, I said, they must have put about 15 planes out this morning. I normally see 1 or 2. You feel what I'm saying? One time I even saw him make the line in my hand. I was like, damn. You feel me? The lines they made in the sky matched my hand. It freaked me out one day. But this morning, when I tell you they must have hit the button and say, amp this shit up, they amping this shit up. When I looked up, they must have, I didn't count them, but if I had to guesstimate how many trails I saw, it had to be at least 20 to 25. Just over my neighborhood. By my neighborhood. I'm saying all that to say they understand we waking it up, right? They want to keep it asleep. That's why it's busy in the sky. Very, very busy in the sky. It's to keep you sleeping. It's to keep you knocked out and also to give you cancer and all kind of other stuff. But, it got many, many reasons. But it's definitely to keep you asleep because we waking up. But, this is biblical. It's prophetic. There's nothing they're going to be able to do. They could spray chemtrails because that's what I got right after I saw it. I like a sense of calmness came over me. I don't know if it was the ancestors holding me, but a sense of calmness came over me and said, girl, it don't matter how many trails they put in that sky. They're not about to stop this. And I just went on with my walk and kept singing my song. Oh, maybe we could see a movie. Oh, maybe we could see a play on Saturday. Or maybe we could roll a tree and feel a breeze, or listen to a symphony, or maybe chilling just be. Or maybe, girl, I went up the block. Girl, please. Went on about my business. Let's move on. Now, let me read the super chat before we get into the to this girl thing. Knowledge gives gratitude. Thank you for the super chat. Says at heart, Kanai Nubia is back. Get her up out of here. Okay, let me know when I see her. When I see her, I'll get her up out of here. Thank you, boo. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, now let's get into the show. So did y'all see about this black girl who dated this clear man and ended up dead? Let's talk about it. Because I think Black Americans, we give a lot of crap to the red pill men, but we don't talk enough about the what them hoes is. Don't get me the line. What the name of them hoes is? Pink pill. No, it's another name. Divestors. The divestor hoes. Yeah. We got to talk about how problematic they are, because I feel like we discuss a lot about the red pill and how horrible that has been to Black America, but I don't think we discuss how bad divesting is in that whole movement. Let's be clear. Black American women, until you heal yourself, it doesn't matter what color man you get, you're going to keep running into the same F-boys, period, point blank. You have to go within and heal. Okay, that's just that. All of that thinking a race of men is going to do you better is the most asinine thing I've ever seen. Even myself, let me be honest. I told y'all before, I've been honest and transparent on the channel. I used to be over there by Cynthia G. I used to be heavy by Cynthia G. You know why though? I'm telling you, not to make an excuse. I was hearing all this red pill stuff, all of this manosphere, nigga cell shit, and it was pissing me off. And I needed a release. And see that Cynthia G? Shout out to Cynthia G. She came through in the clutch. Cynthia G had get them 3 trash bag carrying dusties. She was packing them niggas up. And it was a guilty pleasure now that I'm thinking about it. But I enjoyed it. I used to love going over there because I'm like, at least I get to hear someone to help up for Black women. This is me within my unhealed state, right? Now, I must say, I hopped off the Cynthia G train when she started talking about aborting Black babies, because then it became ridiculous. I hopped off then. However, when she was going back and forth with the guys, I was here for it, because in my unhealed state, I needed to go get some sort of affirmations from her. I don't know what the hell it was. But I'm fast forwarding into it because I'm saying all of that to say I was in it in a way. I kind of understood it. I knew exactly what was going on. And what I can say is I looked at the girl, Pink Pill, I think that's her name. She seemed like a nice girl. And a few other them divestor girls. And let me just say this. Them hoes be now they going West Road off. And I'm not calling the Pink Pill girl crazy. But what I'm saying is them hoes don't be in no successful relationships. Y'all let TikTok and Instagram play in y'all mind. The internet has literally controlled the beings that walk this earth. It's making NPCs. And there are so many Black women that had jumped on this divestor train, and they really believe that all they have to do is go get a clear man. I told y'all most of these is clones, Cabbage Patch Kid descendants. But y'all keep running over there if you won't, letting them stick that plastic Peter bird in you. I'm good, love. Enjoy. I'm saying all that to say you're not going to get no better man. And as a matter of fact, most of them clear men be crazy is a bad shit dog. I work around nothing but men, mostly clear. Clear men hate their spouses. I'm going to say it again. Clear men hate their spouses. I don't care if she a bad bitch. I don't care if she thin. I don't care if she fat. Clear men hate, not everybody. Let me retract that. I'm saying on average, clear men hate their spouses. They don't like their women. So why you women, Black women, see a few women on TikTok dressing up white boys, and y'all be getting to thinking that y'all gonna go by these white boys and they gonna love you more than they love the women that birthed them? You fool. You foolish, you foolish, you foolish. They are incapable of loving you the way that you want to be loved, Black Americans. It's genetics, it's science. But again, The Divesta girls will run to the clears, and we get so many stories like this, and I think it needs to be highlighted. Stop doing that. All you need to do is heal yourself, and the right person is going to come to you. All of that running to a different race. And yeah, I think the Divesta girls are just as bad, if not almost as bad, worse. Now, I ain't going to say worse, but they just as bad as the red pill manosphere dudes. And it's got to stop. Because I'm so tired of having these conversations about these black people going with these clear people and ended up dead. Let's get into this story. It says, influencer Ashlee Jenae found dead during lavish birthday trip. Her family is looking for answers. The sudden death of influencer Ashlee Jenae is in Tanzania, ruled an alleged suicide by her fiance Joe McCann, is being fiercely disputed by her friends and PR executive Savannah Britt, who accuses him of foul play. As social media users point to McCann's suspicious online behavior, including scrubbing his accounts and posting normally after her death, the investigation remains ongoing with no charges filed. While local authorities and McCann allegedly suggest she died by suicide, friends and family are vehemently disputing this claim. They are publicly accusing McCann of foul play, specifically alleging that he may have faked her suicide to cover up her murder, and now the internet is watching closely. Savannah Britt, who worked closely with Ashlee, has been vocal about her concerns. She has openly accused Joe McCann of foul play, making it clear that the story being told doesn't align with the Ashlee they knew. Let me say this, because this is the message that I want to give to Black Americans. I don't care about no other group of melanated people. I'm talking about Black Americans. This is the point that I'm trying to tell you. Rather you believe this is a one-off or if it's trendy or not, what I'm telling you is the same theory of the love of money being the root to all evil. That same theory applies here. When you specifically target a group of people to find any sort of solace, any sort of love, or any sort of anything, you will run right into hell. The odds of you finding that happily ever after, and I hate to do this because I don't want to tear nobody's dreams down, but it's not about your dreams. It's about the intent behind it. There are too many Black women running to these crackers and they waiting on y'all, waiting to sacrifice y'all. Y'all got to remember, a lot of these crackers come from carnivores, people who ate each other. And y'all running over there to go let them put that Pink Panther up in you? You fool. Ain't nothing wrong with interracial dating if you just so happen to fall in love with somebody that's not your race. I'm talking about people who target these groups. You running into your own demise every time. So take it as, it's just a one-off. You know what it reminds me of? All of those women in that BBL group chat on Facebook who was watching all of them women die on that table saying, well, that was just them. That ain't going to be me. Then next week, another girl died. Well, she must have went to a bad doctor. That ain't going to be me. Then the next week, another girl died. See, she must have, it's an excuse every week. This going to be the same thing y'all doing. Well, see, it was just her because no. The universe is trying to tell you something. The universe and the Most High is trying to tell you something every time these stories go viral. Let's get into the story in the bit on this, because this is a lot. I thought they had let me see. I thought they had what you call them on here. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up. I think I shared another. That's her and the guy. I think I shared another clip of that story. Maybe they have a little more audio or something to it. If not, we'll move on. No, not this one. Hold on. Like, it's just like, I don't know, y'all. Y'all got to be careful out here. When you target a group of people with the intent of thinking you're going to find something better, that's just what's going to happen. I don't have any other storyline, but here's another video. They walk in with a white tiger. I guess he proposed to her. Ashlee Jenae, known as Ashlee Jenae, was discovered dead at the Serval Wildlife Resort in Tanzania while on a trip that was meant to celebrate both her birthday and recent engagement to fiance Joe McCann, founder of Asymmetric Financial. Oh God. According to McCann, Tanzania authorities determined that Jenae died by hanging. And if y'all have never traveled abroad, $100 could have got that rolled up like that. In Tanzania, please. $1,000 could have made them not only write up that she hung herself. $2,000 probably would have had them set up the scene and take pictures. Remember, it's overseas. You ain't in America where the price might be steeper. Why you think they take these people out of town to these places where the laws and all of that is very, very different? I'm pretty sure he threw them something. If it's true, he could have threw them a little something and been like, here. And them people, okay. They don't give a damn about her or him. Right. They don't care to investigate no way. It goes on to say, according to McCann, Tanzanian authorities determined that Jenae died by hanging and have classified the death as a suicide. However, her family and close friends have closely disputed the conclusion. As news of her death spread, several unanswered questions and alleged inconsistencies have fueled concern. Some individuals claiming knowledge of the situation say Jenae was found hanging from a tree rather than inside her hotel room, contradicting early reports about where she was discovered. Another widely discussed claim alleges that McCain waited approximately 2 days before notifying authorities or contacting Jenae's family. As of April 12, 2026, Tanzanian authorities continue to handle the investigation. Reports regarding whether McCain has been detained or questioned remains inconsistent, and no formal confirmation has been issued. Autopsies and toxicology results have not been released, leaving critical questions about the cause and circumstances of Jenae's death unresolved. I'm going to treat Jenae like I would treat one of them niggas, because I don't know if this is true, so maybe I should rethink this, because I heard she was one of them divestors who was online making it seem like the white man was better. If that's the case, then she should have the same fate as them niggas do when they go tear down black women for them other clear women. If she was tearing down black men for this clear man, then let the chips fall where they may. I don't know the young lady, but what I am saying is if she did do that, then it sounds about right. Stop taking these signs for all. I don't know who in the chat might be a divester and might feel like this is a one-off. I'm telling you now, I don't think that this is a one-off. Just because you don't hear the stories a lot, don't mean that it ain't happening. So I would think, I don't know who you are in the chat. If you are one of those divester girls, I will really go within and pray about that. Now, ain't nothing wrong with falling in love with somebody outside your race. That's not what I'm saying. But when you specifically target a race for your own personal greed, your own personal bull, you are running into bullshit every single time. I'm telling you, take it how you want. Now, let's move on. But she should get the same fate. If it was the same, she should get the same fate them niggas do. Oh, well. Because I'm all for us being with each other, period. Say what I see. They call me racist, I'll be there too. I'm for us being with each other. So let's move on. Y'all get the likes up too. And let me say this too before we move on. Generational wealth. I want to add this too, because we talk a lot about creating generational wealth. Let me say this to the Black Americans in the chat. If you do not have an idea for marriage, you're not creating generational wealth. If you do not have a relationship with your children, you're not creating generational wealth. You got to have children. And marriage is a huge part of creating generational wealth. So I don't know what you got to do, how you got to figure it out. But other than that, if you're not putting those things at the forefront of creating your generational wealth, then you are not creating generational wealth. Now, I am not saying that you have to be married to create generational wealth. But what I am saying, in order to sustain it, it happens through marriage. It just is what the F it is. Now, You or somebody you know may be the branch to start off the generational wealth. Just maybe, marriage ain't in the cards for you. But maybe when you create the generational wealth for your kids, then they can start the family then from there on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? So maybe your kids might end up getting married and so on and so forth. But it's about intention and it's about the family unit. I know it's been so long since Black Americans have talked about being together. You know, back in the day, all our music was about family and love. All of the R&B, everything, even in the 90s, everything was about family reunions, love, being together. We don't think like that no more. We don't be like that no more. And that's a huge, major problem, okay? If you or somebody you know get the icks when it comes to love, I suggest you go within. If you or someone you know get the icks when it comes to love, go within. I'm not saying you got to put up with family and friends bullshit. If you got to separate yourself, do that. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying don't isolate yourself. You may have to do it for a little while. But if you think isolation for the long term is healthy, then you're sadly mistaken. I want to ask that Black Americans, please find out why love makes you ick. That should be the next. Let's make that homework. If love and a family dynamic gives you the icks, then I think we need to go and go within and ask why. And you know, it might be a lot of trauma we need to work on there. You know what I'm saying? Let's really talk about it. Let's move on. Now, hold on. Who I got up here? Who this is? Floyd. Now, y'all remember we've been reporting on Floyd Mayweather about him being poor. Now, I remember I told y'all he's not broke like us. He's just rich poor. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of people coming out saying Floyd owed money. Floyd has been, a lot of news has been coming out saying that Floyd was selling this mansion, selling that mansion. He owes millions over here, millions over there. And Floyd has heard it all. And he has came out to say that we don't know what we're talking about and he is not broke or poor. Now, let's be clear. He is a millionaire. So I understand his poor is not my poor, meaning he's not going to be at the welfare line with me. However, him having to sell off assets to pay back debt shows me that there's some money management problems. I don't give a damn how much money I got versus how much money he has. But if he's actively selling off assets to pay off debt, then that means there's money management issues at the very least. And it also furthermore tells me that Floyd don't have what he says he has. But we gonna roll it how he want us to roll it. Let's roll it. So Floyd comes on here to tell us that he's not poor and for us to mind our business. Let's get a word from our sponsor, Floyd Money. I kissed the ring of the Jews, Mayweather. Let's get into it.
What's crazy? People are always in my fucking business, worried about what I'm doing,
Ooh.
what Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing,
Ooh.
what I do got, what I don't got. Just know I'm gonna stay in my lane. I ain't gonna fuck with nobody, and I don't want nobody fucking with me. If I go on vacation, my fault. When I go on vacation for 30 days, I take 30 watches with me. But you know what? What's crazy is this. If we add 10 more days, I take 10 more watches. But then I say, fuck it. If I want to bring out the one and only, then I bring out the watch that costs 18 million. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do for you motherfucking haters today? I'm going to go fuck off $50,000 because I ain't got shit else to do. Money made all motherfucking day. You know what?
He told my broke ass, yeah, I don't want to hear all that ugly ass shit, Floyd. We don't care about none of that ugly ass shit. Let's be clear, nigga. You could have 50 million watches worth of $100 million. We know you got to bend over for that. So it don't matter about these 30 watches that you take on these vacations. The fact of the matter is these crackers want their money and your ass been bending over showing your pussy to pay it. So yeah, you could pull out all them watches. I don't even have a watch. And we still gonna sit up here and say you owe them people money, pay them people their money. You got all of these watches and stuff, pay these crackers their money. How about that? You on here talking to us like you owe us. You don't owe us shit. Pay the cracker, nigga. This how you shut up the haters. You pay the cracker so the news won't break, so we won't have nothing to say. That's what I would do if I had your money. I would make sure I pay the cracker so the cracker can't come on the internet and tell the niggas that I owe him. You get it? So that way, when a nigga come on the internet and say you broke, I'll be like, you a damn lie because I don't owe nobody, especially no cracker. That's just how I think. I don't know. But anyway, Floyd told me to shut my broke ass up, and I'm going to do it. But before I do it, I'm going to say, we don't care. You still owe that cracker money. Let's move on. Let's move on. Y'all get the lights up now. Yeah, he cussed us out. Yeah, he did. He cussed us out. Yes, he did. But that's all right. I've been cussed out by better. Okay? I've been cussed out worse by better. Now let's move on. Yeah, they'll be up for sale soon. Somebody say they'll be up for sale soon. I ain't going to put that out on that man watches. Let him have his little watches or whatever the case. You know, that might be his little thing, you know? $18 million watch. Bitch, ain't that time ain't worth that much to me. I don't know. I ain't never had nothing that worth. I love time. Time is the most valuable thing, but to spend $18 million on it, bitch, please. Girl, to tell the time, and I got the phone right there. I'd rather watch the sun. Bitch, I'd rather tap into my ancestral spirit and watch the sun on my soul. Before I spend that, I don't care how much money I got. I can have $1 trillion. I'm not spending no $18 million on a watch. I'd rather sit outside and line my cycle up with the moon and bitch go like that. Let God, let the chips fall where they may. Let God take the wheel. At that point, girl, $18 million on the watch, Floyd. Go lay down, Floyd. Go lay down. Now let's move on. Offset. Now, y'all know another one who needs money. Y'all know Offset just got out the hospital. He got that casino demon on him. So apparently Offset just got out the hospital. We know he had a run-in allegedly with little TJ, who allegedly is signed to him or something. I don't know, girl. All I know is they said the boy little TJ beat the piss out of him and shot him in the ass. I don't know how true it is. Don't get me the line. All I know is we saw Offset coming out the hospital, smoking a cigarette, channeling James Brown, and we was all trying to figure out what happened. Well, apparently Offset is back. He went back to the casino. He was on the hoverboard, on the casino, trying to get back to the crap tables. And now he's back on stage. And a lot of people are feeling like you can't keep a real nigga down, but it's giving Floyd Mayweather, I got to pay these cracker teas. Let's get into Offset. And his entrance on stage, he came out in a wheelchair, y'all, to show y'all he still got it. Let's get going on Offset. So there you go. Offset came out. He came out in a wheelchair, jumped up like he got saved by a miracle. You see what I'm saying? And he back at it like he never left. Yep, he's standing. Yes, he is. Offset is still standing. Yes, he is. And that was for the haters in the bike. That was for you hating ass. I'm just telling y'all what Offset probably was thinking when he came up with the concept. He probably said, I'm gonna roll out on the wheelchair and them hating assholes in the bike, they're gonna have to eat their words, but we not eating them. Offset, go sit back down. Cause we know you doing these shows because a bunch of crackers came out and said how much you owe them. Go lay down, Offset. And I hope another nigga shoot you in the other side of your ass. Cause you thought you was about to get away with the okie doke. Oh no, sir. Oh no, we know what it is. You done got back to work because them people say they're going to take your head off your shoulders. That's what done happened. And you know what? Shout out to Offset. He did what he's supposed to do. But I'm not going to let him make it seem like he just, back at it. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? This is what you do when you trying to shock the haters. Offset is at work paying debt. Does that make sense? I'm not going to let him rewrite the narrative. Okay? Now, I did see his mama. His mama had came out. Look, and she looked just like him. He looked just like his mama, huh? Pretty lady. She came out and said her son is a miracle. He's walking. He's talking and he's eating. She said better than Krishan could say for Junior. But she did say that her son is a walking, talking, eating miracle, and she wants y'all to keep him in his prayers. Let's get into it.
And everybody, I don't typically address things about my son on social media. I've learned a long time ago that facts rarely survive the internet.
Right.
And I refuse to feed that machine.
Facts.
That's not how I live.
Facts.
But today I have to speak. 6 days ago, my son was shot. 4 days later, he was released from the hospital. Last night, he was on a stage doing what he loves to do.
Yeah.
He is a miracle walking. That is God's grace. That is God's mercy. He loves us all, and he loves us best. To every person who reached out, prayed, called, texted, or sent a message, thank you. In the middle of everything, I left my personal phone at home. If I haven't responded to you directly, please know it was not intentional. Your kindness meant everything to me. We love Kiari. We love all of you. May God continue to keep us all.
She seemed like a nice lady, huh? She seemed sweet. But girl, I don't like the way you set that up. You made it seem like your son was Black Jesus. Talking about he came, he died, and 3 days later he rose. Bitch, wait a minute. Oh, ma'am. No, she about me. No, yeah, ma'am. What is you trying to say? I don't like the way you set up the story as if your son, you done gave birth to the Messiah and they couldn't keep a real nigga down. That didn't go like that. That nigga had a kerfuffle at the casino. I'm not, ma'am, Miss Offset. I appreciate you. You're so nice and sweet. You look like your house clean. Don't she? Don't she look like when you go in her house is clean and it smell good? She look like her house clean and she smell good. But ma'am, I'm not about to let you do all of this. Your son got into a little pop over there at the casino and got shot in his ass, and he came back on the stage, and that was about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we not gonna let you come on here and act like, you know, that nigga survived 100 shots like Young Dolph or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But anyways, that was Miss Offset, and that's what she had to say about her son. You know what I'm saying? She said, yay. She said what she said. Now let's move on. That lady said, my son was shot, persecuted, hung on a cross, taken down, stripped. What? My son was stripped, put in a tomb, buried, left for dead. But my son came back and wrote, ma'am, we was there. None of that happened. He got shot in the ass, a nigga knocked him out, and then he came back on stage in a wheelchair. Literally none of what you said happened. But I appreciate the mama loving her child enough to support the way that she supported. Let's move on. I'm going to touch a little bit on Tokyo Toni. Not too much, just a little bit. Tokyo Toni's got a documentary out. I did a video on Tokyo Toni yesterday. Go to the Dollhouse to check it out. The Dollhouse reacts. If you want to see the bullshit, let's get into Tokyo Toni's documentary. It's starring, well, first of all, she is the leading actress, the supporting actress. It's starring her, produced by her, directed by her, distributed by her. It's all a Tokyo Toni production. Let's get into a few clips from the documentary. And let me know if y'all going to buy the documentary, if y'all going to watch it. Check it out.
What do you call it when you've given your child everything?
Spoiled. And they hate you for it.
Spoil them to the maximum power.
Even as an adult.
And they throw you under the bus.
God damn, monkey.
They make you a living sacrifice so that you can be in pain, agony, and always feeling like you're going to be defeated. What do you call it?
Well, I've always been the mom that was around. But yet being called something I am not.
What do you call it when you've given your child everything?
Spoiled.
Wait, there's more.
I didn't get a life like everybody else. I didn't live my full teenage years. I was a mom.
At 17, 18, 19, 20. No, I know it was the kitty shit was up.
So I got married. You're a teen mom now and a wife at 19.
You laid down with this man.
He abandoned you.
You created a baby.
And I say to myself,
He didn't rape you.
although highly manipulated,
You did it voluntarily.
manipulated, is so not memorable.
Although a little girl.
He knew I was young.
I didn't get it like
What? Why is she in mental conflict on wax? Because Tokyo Toni, what's happening here is she's telling the story and correcting herself in the narration of the story. Why not just tell the story? Like, we can avoid you saying one thing and then correcting yourself. Like, for instance, I was a child. I thought I was in love. You was raped. And I love my child. And I gave her everything. That bitch didn't deserve it. But I thought to myself, if I just get on my feet. Yeah, girl, you so coochie. Girl, just say what it is. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. We don't care about your life. You know why, Tokyo Toni? Because you're an evil bitch. We could care less about your lipstick, your gap, or your past. We don't care. We literally do not care. God hates you, Tokyo Toni, and I do too. And for that, yeah, we don't care, ma'am. We don't care. You came on the internet and said you want to Marvin Gaye your daughter, and ever since then, you've been on here with this crying and this bullshit, talking about this, that, and the third. Girl, please. We don't care about none of that ugly ass shit. We don't care. Oh, and by the way, what's that girl named? Tia Kim said she's gonna whoop your ass. Let's get Tia on here. Now, you know, Tia had came on here and cursed her out when she did all of that. And then her and Tia got into it. But then Tia had kind of, you know, said what she said and went on about her business. Somebody asked Tia if she still got beef with Tokyo, and this is what Tia had to say.
I ain't whooped Tokyo yet. It's on sight when I see that home smashing on her ass. She already know that. That's why she talking about she don't want to do the show no more. Bitch, you need this check. You need this check. Come on, get this ass whooping, hoe, because it's coming. Yeah, it's coming, bitch. I'm coming for you, hoe. Straight up. Yeah, you want to be a baddie? You want to be a baddie and make threats and all that about what you going to do to me and talk about me and say all this shit? But then when you see me, it'd be a whole different ball game. I'm smashing on your ass when I see you. I'm smashing straight on your ass. I don't give a fuck about no bitch being no senior citizen. None of that shit. I'm smashing on your ass, hoe. I'm smashing on you, hoe. Straight up. Straight smashing on your goofy ass. Real talk. Bitch got a nerve to talk about somebody got a raggedy mouth, no teeth in their mouth, and the bitch got a clitoris hanging in the middle of.
Let's move on. Because my video got age restricted. Maybe that's why. At any rate, I'm saying all that to say, Tokyo Toni, none of us is buying your album or your documentary. We do not care about your lipstick or your past or your gap for that matter. Your evilness exudes from your skin. It exudes from your being. I can feel it all through the internet, all through the camera, bitch. It's like you got dark demons just holding you down by your hands and your feet. And at the end of the day, you're probably going to die by yourself because you're just that evil of a bitch. Doesn't matter how many good things you've done for people because the evilness outweighs the good. And at the end of the day, Tokyo Toni, this is your bed that you made, and we don't give a damn about your past. And, yeah, Black China told me to tell you. Now, I didn't say it, so don't come over here and tell me nothing. But Black China told me to tell you this, too. There you go. Let's move on. Like the video. Y'all. Let me read a couple of super chats. Because I don't want to get caught up on the super chats too late in the game. You feel me? And shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all, I hope y'all doing well, y'all. It's Monday. It's a manic Monday. Don't let the day get to you. You feel what I'm saying? Don't let the day get to you. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. Oh, traffic. That's what I wanted to say too. They making traffic. It's not real. They making traffic. It's not real. Traffic is literally made up. Those interstates. When y'all on the interstate and y'all see 18-wheelers, they use 18-wheelers and certain vehicles to create traffic. They also make the 18-wheelers park on the shoulders on purpose to make sure the flow of traffic stays low. They also make the 18-wheelers line up. Yes, they do. They make them get in. Y'all ever been up on the road on the interstate and you see two 18-wheelers going the same speed? You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. That's all made up. All of that's made up. Paid actors. They all paid actors. It's all fake. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. Unless you see an accident, and even some of those are staged. But unless you see an accident, all traffic is fake. It's staged. It's not real. And if you think I'm lying, when you get in your car today, when you get off of work, pay attention to traffic. Pay attention to the cars on the road. Pay attention to the setup. Pay attention to how every so often you see a truck. Pay attention to how every so often you see the same. It's almost like when you pay attention, you'll see the pattern in the shit. It's literally made up. It's all fictional. It's all created. It's all made up. And if you just pay attention when you drive, and instead of getting frustrated and putting on the radio or listening to a podcast, turn off the radio, put the windows down, and just pay attention. I swear to God, you're gonna see it. It's gonna be as bright as day. If you pay attention to where the trucks are located and how they stagger the trucks, it's all set up. It's all fake. It's all cap. I'm just saying that. Mark my word. Trust me. Pay attention. Now let's move on. I had to get that out. Let's move on. Where am I going next? Oh, I know where I wanted to show y'all. Give me 1 second. Oh no, I did say I was gonna read a couple of super chats. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Let me read a couple of super chats. Yeah, that traffic is fake as F. It's fake as hell. Okay. Tamika Simone, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, especially bi-racist porn offends me. Black women and men, y'all better stop with that mess. Yeah, the biracial porn is just kind of weird. Because you ever seen, I watched it because I'm a curious girl. Call me Curious George. Curious Vu. Yeah, Curious Vu. Add that on there because I'm very curious. If it's about something and I won't see, go and Google it. Go and see. And I did watch the biracial porn. And, the contrast of pink meat on black coochie just never quite set. It just looked different, I'm too much information. Let's move on. You're right, though, Tamiko Simone. I don't think my porn need to be integrated. And speaking of porn being integrated, let me say this, too. Don't ask me why I know. I be doing this stuff for research purposes. When you go on porn and you pull up Ebony, everything under there is African. I want to talk to the people down at the Pornhub place and the X video place and all of that stuff because we being cosplayed even in the porn world. Yes. Don't ask me how I know. I had to go see something, okay? So I went over there and I went to go see and I put in Ebony and there was a bunch of nappy-headed Africans eating bush meat and screwing. I ain't like it. I'm just saying. So I don't know who over there, who we need to talk to, but I don't too particularly appreciate that because ain't nothing Ebony about no coochie with balled up taco meat on it and them over there humping each other like rabbits. I don't like it. And if you think I'm lying, go watch two Africans. Y'all ain't never seen. Let me give y'all some homework. If you are over 18, go watch Africans do the porn. I'm not even being funny. Just go look at it. Just go see. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I'm not saying do nothing. I'm just saying go see. It's funny. And I don't like it because they put it under Ebony. That's us. They cosplaying under the porn too. I don't like it, girl. They taking over everything. They taking over everything. I ain't lying. They taking over everything, girl. You can't even screw in peace. They taking everything. I'm telling you. We got to talk to somebody. We got to call somebody. We got to talk to somebody. We got to call somebody. For those of y'all who don't want to see, I need for those of y'all who do want to see to come back and tell the people who don't want to see what you saw. Okay? Somebody said it's ugly. Oh, I ain't lying. I am not lying. This is real life. Let's move on. Because then they're going to say who going for and all of this. Let's move on. Let's move on. I'm just saying it was a little food for thought. Knowledge gives gratitude, 8253. Thank you for the generous super chat. You made it rain. Hold on, let's cue the music on here. Thank you so much. Knowledge gives gratitude for making it rain.
I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes.
Thank you so much. Knowledge gives gratitude. She says, look, I was set on fire and ended up in a coma because of a white man. Oh, who wouldn't stop pursuing me. He was much older. He told police I did it to myself. I work in finance and he was after my money. We were together 2 months. Don't do it. Hey, man, listen. Let me tell y'all something. If that ain't the ancestors and God, somebody in this chat needed this. Somebody in this chat, this message is for some or one person or more than one person. Listen, somebody, this message is specific for somebody. Please take heed. First of all, knowledge gives gratitude. I'm so sorry you went through that. My heart and prayers go out to you, and I'm glad you was able to overcome it. But let me tell y'all something. They already have the ups on you with the law. The law is going to take their side. The law is going to always take their side. My prayers and gratitude goes out to you for sharing your story. You ain't have that to do it. But somebody in the audience need to hear this. That's all I'm going to say. Let's move on. We don't want to somber up the moment, but somebody need to hear it. Out the Matrix, thank you for the super chat. Oh, Lord, y'all making it cut up, huh? Oh, no, cue the music.
I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Out the Matrix, with your beautiful tail self. You know, I met Out the Matrix in person. Out the Matrix found it in a bitch, too. Yes, ma'am. You know, Out the Matrix fine and pretty. Hey, girl. Out the Matrix says, miss you, my beautiful friend. Reached Gnosis recently, and it's all true. You were a huge part of my journey of ascension. I needed to tell you this. Spirituality, sovereignty is the goal for my people. Keep searching inwards. This is where you will find your freedom. Thank you so much, Out the Matrix, so much for those kind words. And I'm glad I could be anything to anybody. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Of course, thank you for making it rain. And I know your journey about to be lit. And I'm so glad I can help wake y'all up. I ain't nothing but an alarm clock. That's all. I'm just here to help some niggas stop snoozing. But thank you so much, Out the Matrix. That means a lot to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. Seriously. Kim Gladney, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Mother Tree and Moon, thank you for the super chat. Says black folks had never had an issue with getting it, so just getting it isn't enough. Something else deeper is going on with us. It's structural. What the F is it? Yeah, it's a lot going on, and it's a lot of separating too. So what's happening is this is why a lot of relationships are breaking apart too. Look. The reason why a lot of long-term relationships, marriages, friendships, even family is because what's happening is they separating the good from the bad. The good going this way, the bad going that way. So what's happening is the Most High separating his people from the other people, and then it's going to be a good versus evil. Listen, think about it. All we've been told about the world, about anything, is been good versus evil. That's all this whole thing has been about. Good versus evil. This is why you're seeing a lot of separating in y'all relationships and even in y'all jobs. It don't matter what it is. This is why a lot of separating is happening. It's a battle of good versus evil. Please. You feel what I'm saying? That's all it is. So please, it's so many ways to explain it, but I can sum it up or surmise it by saying that, okay? Let's move on. How do you say it? Rebel T 11, thank you for the super chat. Says, I'm getting scared, boo. We really be on the same ish. I can think something and you'll Joce it the next day. Validation. Thank you for keeping us crazy, insane. Okay, crazy sane. It's not that. It's a connection. Listen, this is another thing too. I'm glad you say that. Thank you so much, Rebel T. So when in the separation, Most High separating his people from, the bad, you're going to start to see, how women, put a 3 in the chat if you've ever heard the term, when women get around each other, their periods sync up. Put a 3 in the chat if you ever heard that. Because that's literally what's happening with the Most High's chosen people. We're syncing up. So you could be thinking something, but you're not the only one thinking it. We're syncing up, and since you thinking it, it's coming up on me. We all getting the same downloads. We all following the same Most High, and we all got the same, not same ancestral line, but you know what I mean? We all have identical bloodlines. I don't want to say it like that, but we all have a connection. So it's almost kind of like we're syncing up, like our periods, like what women do when a bunch of women all get around each other for extended periods of time. I want to say they say weeks at a time, their periods are lined up. So meaning, basically, for those who don't know what I'm saying, when girls get around other girls for extended periods of time, then their periods line up. So typically every woman has a different cycle. But when women are amongst each other for the longest, they end up having a cycle around the same time. It's some real genetic biology thing. I can't really explain it. That's what's happening to the Most High's chosen people. Because even me, I sit up here. I did the show Educational Friday on the Great Reset. I literally did. Let me see if I can pull it up. No cap, because I want y'all to see this. I literally did an Educational Friday on the Great Reset Friday, and it was really, really good. So if y'all get a chance, make sure y'all go check that out. But I did a Educational Friday on the Great Reset, and then the next day, was it? Don't get me the line. Right after that, Trump posted the greatest reset in history. If you think I'm lying, look at this Educational Friday. The title on this Educational Friday is The 19th Century Great Reset and Its Grueling Effect on Black Americans, right? This is what I wrote and did an Educational Friday on Friday. Monday, Trump tweeted, world's most powerful reset. Now, I'm not saying I'm lined up with Trump. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is somehow there's a sync that we're syncing up together, and basically you'll know you're on the right path when the right people are doing the right things. We're all doing on the right accord, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. Somebody said, Trump, you in the chat, my boy. He might be in this bitch. What's up with your orange ass? He might be off in this bitch. You feel me? Who knows? He might have been in Educational Friday. Trump, let me find out you over there on Educational Friday. I don't put it past him. I don't look at these people like y'all do. They ain't gods to me. They regular. He might be in this bitch. Who knows? Y'all be surprised. Girl, I don't look at these people like they ain't nobody. Girl, these people ain't shit to me. I told y'all celebrities watch us. They don't watch each other. It doesn't make common sense for them to watch each other. They boring. They watch us, not each other. Okay. I think the next thing that's what I want to do. Animals and us syncing up. Let's get into that. I shared this video. Here it is. I shared this video on my Instagram, but I saw it on TikTok. Remember that video I showed y'all of that little girl who was doing the dolphin thing? Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull up this video so we can tie it in. You know what song I was listening to while I'm walking? Michael Jackson, Let Me Show You the Way. Girl, shut up. How you turn this off? Turn the volume off, girl. I was listening to Michael Jackson, Let Me Show You the Way to Go. I don't know everything, and that's one thing I do know. That song popping this morning. Little girl, what was it, a sea lion? Let me see if it'll pull up like that. Look at God. Won't he do it? Y'all remember this video I showed y'all? So remember we were talking about syncing up, and I told y'all the Most High's people are syncing up together, which means we're going to get a lot of the same downloads. A lot of us going to start talking about the same things and things of that nature. Okay. When I showed y'all this video of this little girl playing with this sea lion, I told y'all that nature, and we talked about the trees as well. I told y'all that what's happening is We're lining back up with nature. Go back to Michael Jackson, the Earth song. Go back to Michael Jackson, Heal the World, Make It a Better Place. All of Michael Jackson's music was literally about us getting back in touch with each other and also with the earth. This is where we are. Now, if you watch any Avatar movie, then you know that those beings had direct contact, direct connection, and communication with animals. And you, Black America, do as well. Have you ever paid attention to old Black people on a farm or just Black people on a farm, period? They literally have real relationships with their pets. Clears don't have that like that. Sometimes they do, but when you talk about real, I'm talking about like they got a name. Like my cow is not just my cow. Like this is Jerry, and Jerry, he likes this and he does. You know what I mean? It's just different. We have a different connection already to nature, but because a lot of us are waking up and tapping into our godlike spirits and our godlike mentalities, a lot of us are syncing back up with nature. So when we saw this little girl doing this, making this tricks, we saw the little clear boys trying to get the dolphin to do it with them, but the the sea lion would only do it with her. That's because energy doesn't lie. Just like that dolphin can read her energy, she's reading it, and that's how she's able to control it. Now, fast forward, I saw this video. This brother was at the zoo, and they had some monkeys at the zoo. Watch this monkey go past all of them white people and go to this brother. Check it out.
Come here. This guy. Only him. Hey, what's his name? I don't know which one this one is. Well, come on. Oh, hold on. Let me get you started. Yeah! This is my cousin.
Okay, so y'all saw the video, right? It's the same frequency. Okay, let me go back. This man has somewhat of a frequency that monkey was able to read. Now, I didn't like the fact that he said it's my cousin because of the obvious, connotations behind that. But ultimately, I understood that he was just extremely excited. This is the point. That animal read something in his energy that made that animal find him as a friendly. Now, granted, the animal understand that it's in a zoo and behind a cage, but ultimately, of all of those people, why would this animal, not only him, look at the other monkeys coming behind him. They all coming to him. Listen, it's not about you being able to speak physically to the animals. Think about Dr. Dolittle. It's the same shit, different toilet, flush it. These animals are talking to us. We got to figure out how to get back to talking to the animals. We're lining back up energy-wise, frequency-wise, with nature, with animals, with the trees, with the water. We're literally lining back up with this stuff. Only those vibrating at a high enough frequency will understand this. I remember sitting outside the other day and a yellow butterfly just landed on my big toe, just random. And if you think I'm lying, forgive my feet. I was out there grounding at High Falls. But a random butterfly literally just landed on my big toe. And I took the picture because I was like, people ain't gonna believe this. I don't know if y'all can see this, but a random butterfly landed, can y'all see it? On my big toe, okay? I'm saying all that to say this. We are getting back in touch with nature. Honestly, the Dr. Dolittle thing isn't far-fetched at all. As a matter of fact, the Dr. Dolittle bit is actually closer than you think, okay? Much closer than you think. You have, if you have, somebody said a fly landed on me, girl. Listen, if you vibrate at a higher enough frequency, what you'll see and what you'll find is literally that these animals in this nature do want to talk to you, and there's a way that you can communicate with it. Go back and watch some of these movies. Go back and pay attention. Read some of these books. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, these are all communications. You just got to figure out how to get back into communication with them. The animals are trying to tell us something. In all of the movies, Leave the World Behind, it was the deer that came up to the people's house, and it was just looking at them, staring, because they understood that danger was afoot. I believe, this is just me, I believe one of the things we're going to have to do in order to remain safe is get our relationships back with nature. Rather it's the trees, rather it's the seas, the land, the animals, whatever it is, I believe we do have to get our energies and our frequencies back connected with nature. That is imperative for us to move forward, because I think that the Most High and the ancestors and the angels are also, the universe are going to send a lot of messages through nature. It is imperative. This isn't just one-offs. This isn't just coincidences that animals just like black people. That's not what's happening here. They understand the connection. We are the direct, listen, outside of the animal kingdom, we are the next best thing to the Most High. Those of us Black Americans vibrating at our highest frequency, at our better frequency, at our God-like frequency are the next best thing to the Most High. This is why nature and animals will be more inclined to come toward you. It reads your energy. It reads your frequency. That's why the little girl was able to do all of that with the dolphin. It read her energy. It read her frequency. So please be advised when it comes down to this stuff, okay? Now, while we're on this, I want to talk about high falls. Let me pull it up first. Let me pull up high falls. First of all, let's talk about sites right here in America. I'm going to start off with a video. We're going to talk about history in America. Now, let me say this. What a lot of people don't know is that America has done a great job of tricking us to believe that the greatest of all things is outside of America, when the fact of the matter is it's just not. I remember growing up when I was told that we were, how did they say? When I was told that the people came and stole us from Africa and brought us to America. But then I was told that Africa has all these great and wonderful resources and it's so rich. I remember as a little bitty girl saying, well, if that was the case, then why they come over here? If Africa was so great and had all of this gold and all of these diamonds and all of this research, I was just been saying to myself as a little bitty girl, well, if that was the case, then why they come to America? Why wouldn't they just stay in Africa and get a couple of things over here in America? But as I grew older, it dawned on me because that was a lie. Because the real treasure and the real gold is right here in America. Think about it like this. Let's say you and your friend are going to burglarize a neighborhood. Let's say everybody in this neighborhood is gone. This whole neighborhood goes on vacation, and now you and a couple of your friends get the opportunity to burglarize this whole neighborhood. Follow me. Let's say y'all burglarize the neighborhood and realize, holy crap, these people ain't never coming back. Y'all decide to move in houses in said neighborhood. If there is a house that is the biggest house and has the most value, then I'm pretty sure the person at the top of the food chain is going to take charge of that house. Meaning, I'm not going to go live in the small house down the street when the mansion is up the block. Not if I'm in charge. Hell no. It's like, why would I sleep on a twin bed when I can go sleep on this California king? So the theory, this is me, this is just my brain. The theory is when they came into the neighborhood, aka when the clears came over to conquer this world, both Africa and America, what they did was what they should have done. Came where the real value was, which is America. They came to America where the value was, but to trick you with the witchcraft, told you the value was over there. This is why all in your Bible books and your stories, they'll tell you, oh, the Garden of Eden is in Africa. Oh, all of this happened. Mansa Musa was an African. It's a way to trick you out of your spot. It's a way to tell you that something is way over there when it's right here. I told you it's the major look trick. It's all cap. Okay. So Please be advised, what I've come to the conclusion is the reason why they got us going all out of the world, let's go over to this country and to that country, is because they don't want you to find out what's going on right here in your backyard. America is the Holy Land. America is Egypt. America is Africa. America is Spain. America is France. America is Rome. America is every single thing you thought was elsewhere. The only difference is the locations are here, but they trick the people into becoming Americans. Does that make sense? Now, I want to get into this video that this man did. Did I share the video? Share the screen? Because this is going to go into why I'm talking about high falls. Because we got to get back into searching in the backyard. Look at this man video, what he found in Georgia. It's called Little Grand Canyon. Check it out.
This is Georgia's own Little Grand Canyon. It's called Providence Canyon. It's in, I think this is Stewart County in Lumpkin, Georgia. But these canyons are part of the Georgia 7 Natural Wonders. It was a list that was made in like the early 1900s where they were trying to increase tourism in Georgia. So there's Okefenokee, Radium Springs, Providence Canyon, Stone Mountain, Amicalola, Warm Springs, and there's Tallulah Gorge. Those are our 7 Georgia natural wonders. I've been to 6 out of the 7. I just have to go to Okefenokee, and hopefully I can make it there before the summertime. I want to hit all 7 this year, or I might have to push that off until like October or something like that when it cools down a little bit. Here's just some of the paths to get to it. This trail is very muddy, but it's absolutely beautiful if you can make it out here. It was pretty packed on the weekend. I'm surprised. Last time I came, it was a Wednesday in July, and it was super hot, and I was by myself. Definitely one of my favorite trails. Just make sure you don't wear your best shoes out here because they will get dirty. This view is crazy.
First of all, let's take in the view. Look at behind this man. This isn't rock that just settled that way and it happened to look like that. Because see, that's what history will tell you, his story. They'll tell you, oh yeah, it was just some rock and some old bull crap. Listen to what I've learned. When I went out to the mounds last week, or was it week before last, I went out to the mounds. I told y'all it was nothing but Native Americans, even at High Falls when I went out there this weekend. It's hardly any of us out there. You have people who travel all over the world to come see the wonders in America. Did you know that? When you start traveling, Black America, not to go on vacation, that's not what I'm saying. When you start traveling to educational sites, to historic sites, and you start looking around at everybody who's there learning, you realize as a Black American, you're the only one there. You might see 1 or 2. But for the most part, everybody is here getting this education on all this great stuff hiding in America except us. We the only ones don't know that this shit is literally right in our backyard. As a matter of fact, this is why I believe they push us going out of the country so much, so that nobody stops to look at what's happening right here in the backyard. And if we do that, what we'll find and uncover is that they hid a lot of ancient civilizations. And a lot of these civilizations ain't that ancient. I'll give you an example. Let's talk about High Falls. So yesterday, I decided to take my Sunday and go to High Falls. I was going to come on here and work and do some things. But I said, you know what? No. I'm not going to do no work. I want to go put my feet in ground on some ancient soil. So I looked at my phone and did some Googles, and I found High Falls Park. Now, this ain't our High Falls State Park. This ain't my first rodeo going there, but I did go, okay? Now, this is located in Georgia. Right outside, I ain't gonna say right outside, but in between Atlanta and Macon. I'll say that, in between Atlanta and Macon, if you're familiar with the Georgia area, right? So High Falls State Park, when you drive past this place, it just looks like a beautiful waterfall. And you're like, dang, like how the hell they built this waterfall? At least that's what I thought, right? But then one day something said, just get out and go check it out. So I went out there. First of all, it bothered my soul that they make you pay the park to go see it. That's a whole other story. But there's a trail back there, and I went and got the brochure, and I looked at the trail, and I just started saying, you know what, ancestors, guide me on this trail and tell me the truth. So I go on this trail, but before I got to the trail, I looked at the waterfall and it dawned on me that there was a dam made there. And then it brought me back to another video that I saw on TikTok about this girl who said that there were 92,000 dams that were built, man-made dams built in America. Let me show you how I just uncovered some crap. Let me see if I can find that girl's video. There was a girl on TikTok who made a video about how there are 92,000 man-made dams in America. I think this is her. Hold on, let me see. Where that girl at? I just seen her too. Nope. Let me see. No, that ain't it. Hold on. Because I want to put this together. Because this is all the stuff. Now, mind you, I'm just on here trying to get the answers to what's going on. And before I get into that too, let's be clear. High Falls is a Black American site. This was Black Americans in Georgia, right? This was Black Americans in Georgia who owned this area. And I'm going to tell you why this makes so much sense and why this matters. Where's that girl video? I can't find it. Anyway, there was this girl on the internet who was talking about how they built 92,000 man-made dams in America, because I don't want to take too long. So she was talking about how they made 92,000 man-made dams, and then I looked at the waterfall and went around to the side, and it shows I got a nose on my face. There was a man-made dam. And over there by the dam, let me see if I can pull it up, because I did take the picture. I was over there. Did I take a picture of the dam? I don't think I took a picture of the dam. Anyways, the point I'm making is I found the man-made dam, and the girl was speaking on the video about how those dams were made to basically interrupt the flow of the Mississippi River. Now, we're going to dive a little bit. We're not going to dive. We're just going to put our big toe in the water right quick. If you understand what the Mississippi River's true meaning is and what it really is, then you know that it is the Nile River, okay? And you know that the Mississippi River fed the entire Turtle Island and then some. Just the flow of the river, and it didn't flow downstream. It flowed upstream, okay? Now, this is why one of the major reasons why they made the Louisiana Purchase. They needed access to the Mississippi River. But what I was told and what I was taught was that 92,000 man-made dams were made to cut the river flows and cut the water flowing into the river to control certain areas. So for instance, California. If you look at an old world map of California, California was an island. Let me go pull it up. If you look at an old map of California, California was an island. And then all of a sudden new maps got made. And then right after new maps got made, then all of a sudden California was no longer an island. Can y'all see this? If you pay attention to this picture that I pulled up on Google and you look at this area, this right here is California, and this right here in between is all water. Shout out to my people in Cali. Maybe somebody on the West Coast could further explain down in the chat. So, okay, California was an island. It was not attached to America. But according to the video I saw, the girl was saying that they made 92,000 man-made dams to control the water flow and also to connect California back to what we know as Turtle Island, which means they cut off the water flow, which made California the desert and a lot of those areas around there that it is. Now, mind you, the one in Georgia, I'm not saying that one directly connects to California, but what I'm telling you is if there's 92,000 man-made dams, it was made to do just what it did, to make the West Coast the desert that it is. And most of y'all know a lot of the West Coast be having a lot of water famines and all kinds of stuff. And it's simply because of these man-made dams. Let me show you how the Most High and the angels be putting me in them line of stuff to put this all together. So look, what I found is a man-made dam under High Falls State Park. Mind you, that was once occupied by Black Americans. The land, the lake, the waterfall, all of it belonged to Black Americans. It wasn't until the Johnny come lately happens. They came later, and then they started buying up all the land like they do everything when they push us off of our stuff, okay? So, High Falls State Park found the dam, was able to put the 2 and 2 together, that holy crap, because if you look on the other side of the dam, it gets super dry. Let me see if I can pull up a video or a picture at least. Let me see. Where's that? Here you go. Let me see if I can pull up. Is there a gallery I can look at? Let me see if I can find a gallery. Because I think if we find a gallery, yeah, here we go. Can y'all see this? Y'all should be able to see this. All right. If you look up a little bit higher up that way, that's where the waterfall, and that's also where the dam is. Now, yes, water does fall down, and it does go all the way down the stream, but it goes at a very much lower pace. It literally stops the water from flowing freely from that area all the way down. Now, one thing I did notice too, as I was walking amongst that area, was obviously they shut off the water to also create civilization there, because you can tell the way that the water was flowing, that bridge and that area where people were living was not there, that this was all water and it all just flowed down, which probably flowed into another river or another lake, or, you know, which ultimately flowed into the Mississippi, because these dams are strategically placed. I'm saying all that to say, I noticed that dam there, and I'm like, holy crap, I can see where they cut off the water. Now, hold on. Let me see. Do they have any other pictures on here? Because they got it where the Clears could go out there camping. I'm talking about the Clears having a gay old time out here. Do you hear me? They love it out there. And again, I was one of the only few out there, but I'm saying all that to say, I got out there and read the history about it. And what I found in the history was that this was occupied by Black Americans. Let's get into it. So I took a picture of the little marquee that they have out there, because I wanted to kind of get their lies so that I can reconstruct it or deconstruct it, if that matters. It says High Falls Grist Mill along the turbulent Tawaliga River. It says High Falls Grist Mill was once part of the thriving community drawn to the area for its natural resources. Now, when we speak about this, remember, who are the people that occupied the land? It was Black Americans. Clear people did not occupy the South until the late 1800s, early 1900s, and even then, they were just pouring in. Black Americans were the sole owners of the South, okay? It was way more of us than any of them ever was. Keep that in mind. It says by the 19th century, which is the 1800s, which is when all of this stuff went down, by the 19th century and into the 20th century, there was a grist mill, cotton gin blacksmith shop, 2 general stores, shoe shop, carding mill, sawmill, and many other industries. Remember, we talked about this on the Great Reset Educational Friday we did last week. During the Great Reset, the biggest part of that is take all of these well-to-do Black Americans and bring them down in their economic status, in their social status, and in their economic status. So when we talking about all of these buildings and all of these shops, and I'm telling you, do your genealogy, duck, duck, goose, is because when they talking about you, all of these stores and all this shit, this is stuff you owned. This is your stuff. I don't know who live in Georgia and who got genealogy that tracks back to the High Falls State area, but this is your stuff, okay? Listen, it goes on to say, the grist mill was located along the historic and highly traveled Old Alabama Road, one of the first stagecoach roads in Central and West Georgia. Ruins can be seen on the east side of the grist mill. The mill was owned and operated by T.S.M. Bloodworth, and his name some other names, Wynn, consecutively, who were said to have owned the entire town during its booming period. Now pause. I'm just out there to go ground and go do the waterfall, right? I just want to hear the water while I ground and meditate and things of that nature. That's why I was there. But I got there and got nosy. You see what I'm saying? And I started going walk around and I did the trail and everything. And what I found when I walked around and I read all these little marquees and things of that nature is they literally telling us our story. They have taken over all of our stuff, taking us out of it. Remember, we didn't start in the city. A lot of us lived in the city, but a lot of us came from the countryside. All they do is ping pong us back and forth. So they took us out the country, put our attention to the city. That's during the Great Reset, the late 1800s, early 1900s. That's when a lot of our grandparents, great-grandparents started leaving the countryside, going into the city. This was to keep our mind preoccupied while they steal our history, steal our culture, and steal our land, okay? This is exactly what they did. Now, 100, 200 years past, me being a descendant of those people, if I don't know what I'm looking at, I would have no clue that this stuff belongs to us. Now, let me make you laugh and tie it all in a little bit more. Now, it pissed me off that I went to High Falls State Park and realized that I'm watching all my people stuff. And first of all, the cracker charging me to park, I really want to go postal on the bitch. And not because she did nothing in particular. It's just it's pissing me off that I got to pay these crackers to see my own shit. It's almost like somebody robbing you out your house and then paying you to come in and gather your things. And that's how I felt. That's how I felt Plead yesterday. But at any rate, I'm going through the motions of feeling some type of way about knowing this stuff, but still watching all these clears and all these $5 footlongs. Oh, they was out there bad too. Oh, the $5 footlongs was out there heavy. Do you hear me? They just love out there thinking that this they shit. I wanted so bad to scream out, "This ain't your shit. Get from around here." You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm pissed. I'm taking it all in. I'm getting educated on where I'm at and what I'm looking at. And I'm also finding all kind of sites and stuff in that area that tells me this is more than just a waterfall. I seen something that looked like big ass tractor marks, but it wasn't tractor marks. It looks like, I don't even know if you could see it real good on here. I don't even think the camera gives this stuff real justice. But under said trees, and I'll try to post it later, but under a lot of the rubbish that you can see under here, and you're not going to be able to see it. If you can, maybe you can. But under said rubbish under here is a lot of like beams, or it looked like it could have been some sort of weird train track or something, but not like the average train track. It looked like beams sticking out of the ground, but they were leading somewhere. This wasn't no random shit. Listen. If you just look over the balcony, it just looked like grass. It looked like trees. It looked like nothing. But when you scroll down and when you look past the rubbish, you can see there's some beams or something sticking out of the ground. Now, I don't know, like I said, if it was some sort of transportation system, but it looked like some sort of thing that you can get on and it'll take you somewhere, or at least not get on, but it looked like the tracks of something. Does that make sense? I don't know. I don't know if it was the Underground Railroad. Don't get me the line. But I do know it did fall deep under the trenches inside of what we call High Falls State Park. So I'm putting 2 and 2 together, 3 and 5 together, 10 and 10 together. And I'm over here pissed off, right? Leave High Falls State Park. And I still don't know what this means. I went to go get me a French onion soup at Longhorns last night because I was just craving me a good old French onion soup. I love French onion soup. I don't know why, I just do. So I was craving me a French onion soup. I said, you know what? I need to edit my little video. I'm going to go sit down at Longhorns, give me a French onion soup. I'm going to sit at the bar. I sit at the bar because I don't want to sit at the table by myself. And I might have had me, I had me a little margarita, not nothing too much, just a little strawberry frozen margarita, just something to sip. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting at the bar and this clear man comes sit next to me. Now the clear man, weird looking clear man, I'm just like, whatever. I forgot what happened, but either way, he made small talk with me, which everybody makes small talk with me. I don't know why I just look like I want to have small talk, but he makes small talk with me, and we bought somehow. Oh, he asked he said, anything interesting happened today? And I said, oh yeah, I went up to High Falls and went out there and just sightseeing a little bit. That clear man looked at me and said, oh, that's odd. My family owns all of the land behind High Falls State Park. I said, what? Apparently, this clear man, 45 years ago, his family, 45 years ago, went behind High Falls State Park and bought up all the land. I didn't ask him how many acres. I didn't ask him how much. He just said, my family owns all the land behind High Falls State Park. And when I tell you immediately, I started getting triggered. Now, immediately I'm triggered because in my mind, I'm like, this damn cracker gonna look me right in my face and tell me he got my people shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm getting militant. I don't know what was going on. But then after that thought popped in my head, I said, now what is this? Why am I next to this cracker telling me his family owns all of High Falls State Park? I done been pissed all morning about it. Why am I sitting next to the descendant of High Falls State Park? That's how I'm thinking about it. And then he goes on to say, because I say, well, lucky you, must be nice, me being funny. But, you know, clear people don't pick up on our little isms, you know. So look at me, must be nice. Everybody ain't able, being sarcastic. And look at him. Well, you know, not really. I mean, it's their land. It's not mine. I mean, I guess I'll inherit it later. But and when I tell you everything on the inside of my parts wanted to windmill on this man, and he didn't do nothing to me. This man didn't do nothing to me, but I felt the rage of the ancestors. Like I really just wanted to haul off and just golf this man in the mouth, and this man ain't did nothing to me. It was so weird. It was so odd. It was so awkward. I just turned my head and put my head down. I ain't want to talk no more. Because in my head I feel played, and he didn't do nothing, but I just still feel played. I'm saying all that to say I still don't know what that means, but I do know I met the descendant, so who's going to own all of behind High Falls State Park. But I know for a fact it belongs to us, Black America. That's ours. That belongs to us. That's our shit. And when you know it, it make you mad in a different way because that's our stuff. It belongs to us, our ancestors. It was some people, some Black Americans down there in middle Georgia, or not middle Georgia, what they call it, central Georgia, west Georgia, whatever Georgia they call it. It was some Black Americans with the idea and the ingenuity to create the waterfall, to have all of those things. And whatever is under that is buried that I don't know. Because all they do is let trees grow over shit so we can't see it. But when you start looking in the rubbish, you start seeing a lot. Okay? All I can think of is, damn, is some Black Americans seemingly walking around here and don't know that they sitting next to the nigga who own the cracker, who own all their people land. We just out having fun. We at the cookout. We putting boots to the ground. We on Instagram. We getting BBLs. We doing all of this. And the people who, listen, I know it's got to be a lot of acres, because when he said we own all that land, he said it like that. Yeah, we own all that land. So I'm pretty sure it's probably hundreds of acres that this cracker is probably going to inherit, because that's generational wealth. I'm saying all that to say, this is why I'll tell you what, I tell y'all every day to do your genealogy, because they got Black Americans poor, busted and disgusted, waiting on somebody to help them, and they got a cracker somewhere on your land who own it. And it ain't just in Georgia, it's all over the world, or at least America. It's all over America. We so busy having fun, parlaying and chilling and laughing on Instagram, not realizing, bringing it back to that dude in Atlanta on the video I showed y'all earlier. We don't own nothing. They stealing and taking every single thing from our nose, minute by minute, day by day, because we are too preoccupied with the bull. We got to do our genealogy, and we also have to go back and start looking in our backyard. Let's make it trendy. Who cares where you go overseas no more? Who gives a damn? The real flex is finding out what the hell is in this backyard right here. We need to start traveling more and more around our own backyards. They got us thinking going to Texas ain't nothing. It's so much in Texas. They got us thinking going to Louisiana ain't nothing. Some of the oldest mounds are in Louisiana. They got us thinking going to Georgia ain't nothing. Some of the most beautiful waterfalls and Grand Canyon sites are in these places. But if you never pay attention, falling for the witchcraft, if you never pay attention, you'll never see it. Okay? You'll never see it. But I'm saying all that to say we got to get back into looking in our backyard, and also genealogy, because I'm telling you now, genealogy debunks a lot of what you learned in history. Yes, your family genealogy will debunk a lot of what you learned in history. Okay? Never forget that. Okay? Now we got to move on. let's get into Kamala and this reparations thing so we can get up off of here. Y'all be mindful of that. I don't know what it meant for me to meet that man. He shook my hand too. And like I said, the man ain't did nothing to me. I just think the inside of me just, you know, I've always identified with Michael Evans' character from The Good Times. I was always Michael Evans. Like, I'm the big loud one to say when it's wrong. Yeah, I don't know. Let's move on. Yeah, we got pretty beaches in Clearwater. Oh, yeah. Y'all know we used to own Martha's Vineyard till the Clears came. We used to own that. We built that beach. Not only that beach, we built all of these damn beaches. We built them. Miami, we built them. We built them damn beaches. Let's move on. Let's get into this scam a bit in Al Sharpton. Have y'all seen what's going on with this? OMG. Kamala Harris and Al Sharpton are at it again because we are coming up on the 2028 election, or not election. We're coming up on the 2028 midterms, and Scam is back at it again. Now, let me start off by saying this because a lot of y'all are new to the channel. So let me be clear. I ain't no Democrat and I ain't no Republican. If you want me to tell you, I think y'all foolish for entertaining they doggone politics. I don't think that black people running to the left is good, and I don't think black people running to the right is better. I am anti-politics with them people in their stuff. I just want to make that clear. I just want to make that clear. I am not pro-vote. I am not. If you're looking for the person to come over here, if you coming over here thinking I'm going to tell you I'm pro-right, wrong channel. I don't give a damn about them crackers neither. Because what I understand is the people on the right is not who you think they are. The Republican Party that you are running to does not exist anymore. You, Black America, are going to have to recreate that party. I'm going to say it again. Black Americans are running, picking up everything they have from the Democratic plantation and running over to the Republican plantation. I am here to tell you that the Republican plantation is no different from the Democratic plantation. As a matter of fact, the Republican plantation might be a tad bit worse because you're not going to see it coming. In order to get back to the Republican Party that you Black Americans had, you're going to have to recreate it. You're not going to get it running back to this Republican Party who are posing as your party. These are not your people. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. These are not your people. Okay? And some of you Black Americans are going to find that out the hard way. And it sucks, but I'm going to be here to help you lick your wound. I ain't going to help you lick your wounds. I'll be here to woo, woo, woo. Not all of y'all. Some of y'all. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo. But some of y'all going to get a horrible, rude awakening about that right side that y'all think y'all found safety in. Okay? Now, let's move on. Here it is. Let's get it up here. Hold on. Who's this on Twitter? It's the 2028 It's the 2028 primaries. Not primaries. What they call them when they do in between? I said it earlier. I don't give a damn about them words. But it's the thing they do. Not the primaries, girl. What they call it? 2 years before they vote for the president, girl. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, they got that coming up. Midterm elections. That's the name of it. Midterm elections. Midterm elections is coming up. So now you're going to see a lot of political theater happening, right? You're going to see the left come out and say, oh my God, we're so sorry, Black Americans. You literally tanked our ship. We're listening. We get it now. Please come back. You're going to see a lot of that. And you're also going to see a lot of the Republicans laughing and rubbing hands like Birdman. And let me tell you why. Because the Republican Party knows that they are not your party. I'm going to say it again. The Republican Party knows they are not your party, but you don't know that. You are still thinking that they are the party that they once were, and they are not. So now, fast forward, because we have become more politically educated, and we're not as politically ignorant as we were. Now that the 2028 midterms are coming up, they understood that we tanked them, and now you're going to see them vying on both sides. You're going to see the Democrats kissing ass and sucking peen, and you're going to see the Republicans acting like, they coming over here off the rip, right? This is all this is all set up by design. The Republicans and the Democrats are in this together. I'm going to say this again. The Republicans are the Democrats. The Democrats are the Republicans. This is all one big setup. This is all one big setup. You're going to find that left side is just as bad as that right. It's coming. I promise you it's coming. So like I say, the midterms is up and Black Americans are being very vocal about what it is they want. And I saw this brother go up to the, first of all, Al Sharpton and Kamala are doing these press. Let's pull that up first. So Al Sharpton and Kamala Harris are coming out of the woodworks. First and foremost, Al Sharpton is the biggest enemy that y'all have ever seen. I don't know how we even still dealing with this fool. Al Sharpton has been the worst thing that has happened to Black America since he stepped his fat, skinny ass on the damn scene. Him, Roland No Neck Martin, Scam, aka Kamala Harris, all of these people are scammers. These people are here to play in your face. So they come up to this doggone convention or whatever they got going on, and they have a few boule babies. I call them boule babies because I need Black America to understand. A lot of the youth that are surrounding these politics are groomed, made in the lab, created. They may not be physically created, but a lot of these children, a lot of these youth inside both the left and the right are made, created in a lab. So when you see these youth, the young Republicans, the young the Democrats, they made in a lab. They groom them from little bitty babies, little bitty girls and little bitty boys on what to say, how to think, and how to roll. So just because you see a lot of young people in these parties don't mean nothing either. If it ain't grassroots, then you should be squinting your eyes. So the brother goes down, this brother, I'm sorry, because I forgot where I was going, but this brother goes down to this convention where Al Sharpton and Kamala is. Now, they want us to believe that this is a youth thing and Black Americans alike are on board. They are not. They are not. We are not on board with any of this stuff. This is all political theater, first of all, to distract you and get your energy. Let me say this, Black Americans, do not let any of this political shit distract you from doing your genealogy and finding your identity. I'm going to say it one more time. Do not let any of this internet or political stuff stop you, impede you, or distract you from doing your genealogy and finding your identity, because that's what a lot of this is about. It's about distraction. It's to get you from within and take you outside of yourself. Okay? Now, it's a lot of political theater, a lot of staging going on, and they're putting this stuff up here so that you can get caught up in the rapture. Don't get caught up in the rapture. So they got these boule babies, and that's this young man who's holding the mic, and he's going to be representation of the youth. Even a lot of those kids you saw during the civil rights movement were boule babies, Jack and Jill kids. If you think I don't know what I'm talking about, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. They just children that they raise and rear to do exactly what they're doing. Now, they want to distract you with this. Put this stuff in front of you, put these boule babies in front of you to make it seem like something that it's not, in order to get your actions to follow your mind. As long as they take your mind, your actions is going to follow. What do I mean? If they make you believe that the Democrats have a chance, then your ass going to go down there and vote Democrat, because you're going to say, well, it's only one or two, lesser of two evils. You get it? They got to take your mind first. So they put the stage in this theater up here with this young brother with this members only jacket, and he's supposed to be representation of the youth. But a brother comes up behind him and spilled a lot of truth, hard truth, during this motion. And I want to play this with y'all because basically what he said is true. It might be a bit all over the place, but it's kind of a start. What this brother came on here and told them was, listen, y'all, all this Democrat, Republican BS is a bunch of bull. We want tangibles. Gone are the days, are we just giving y'all our vote and hoping for the best? The brother said in particular, they want reparations and we want reparations, and we do. And we're going to get said reparations through our genealogy, because you're going to have to use genealogy to get it. You're not going to be able to just say you're a Black American. You're going to have to use genealogy to get your reparations. So keep that in mind. We're going to get our reparations. Let's start there first. We're going to get them. And it's more than money. If all you worried about is money for reparations, then I hope you don't get it, because it's more than that. We're going to get our reparations. It's just a matter of time. And this representation that I'm giving you with this video is showing you that. Even if he don't have a plan on how we get the reparations, it's just a matter of him going up there to these people in their face and telling them straight up off the bat, you ain't shit, they ain't shit. All we care about is tangibles and something in return. That's the type of time we all need to be on. Not just with reparations, not just with politics, period. If you want to get something from me, you need to be able to give something in return, period, point blank. Let's get into the brother on stage and what he had to say at the rally and how it left everybody flabbergasted. I was weak. Let's get into it.
Hey, yo, as I look around this room, if you're 35 years old or younger, raise your hand. 4 people. So here's the thing. Y'all in trouble. Yesterday you had Al Green up here talking about we need a Secretary of Reconciliation, and then that's going to include what he said was,
I hate the internet. Y'all motherfuckers put a trend on everything. They didn't need the saxophones on this. I hate the internet is full of following ass niggas, and I hate it. Not an original thought on this bitch. Everything gotta have everything, huh? That shit ain't even, come on, man. We ain't need all that. We did not need the saxophones. We didn't need it. The word is powerful within itself. Y'all taking away from the message with the distractions. Just a bunch of following idiots, bruh. I hate the internet. That's why when I be getting off a live, I log out. This shit is draining, bruh.
reparations, which, by the way, wasn't reparations. Reparations is more than a check, but the very first thing it is a check. And come this year during the midterms and in 2028, if you don't have our check, you won't get no vote. No check, no vote. Yeah, I know that ain't what you want to hear, but that's what's happening.
Let me pull this up on another one, because I don't even want to get copywritten by that stupid ass shit. Hold on. I hate the internet. I hate everything about it. A bunch of followers. Just as soon as one thing get popping, everybody doing it over and over and over. That's why everybody look alike. Everybody sound alike. Everybody act alike. It's weird. I hate being around this bitch sometimes. I swear to God. It's so freaking weird. Everybody just, oh, it's just so annoying. And nobody could think for themselves. Everybody doing what everybody else doing. It's weird. Damn. And people think that shit cute. And that, let me move on. Let me see. I might could pull it up like this. So I want to show y'all another video we could watch it through, because I'm not doing that. I can't. And plus, I don't know if YouTube is gonna strike me for that. Here you go.
Step up, tell us your name, and briefly, what's on your mind?
Hey, yo, as I look around this room, if you're 35 years old or younger, raise your hand. 4 people. So here's the thing. Y'all in trouble. Yesterday, you had Al Green up here talking about we need a Secretary of Reconciliation, and then that's going to include what he said was reparations, which, by the way, wasn't reparations. Reparations is more than a check, but the very first thing it is a check. And come this year during the midterms and in 2028, if you don't have our check, you won't get no vote. No check, no vote. Yeah, I know that ain't what you want to hear, but that's what's happening. All of y'all in here, with all due respect, you're beautiful, but you're old. You're not talking to the youth. You don't know how to talk to the youth. You're trying to tell us what to do. We're not having it no more. So if you want our vote, you got to come with our paper. We're not scared of Trump. We're not scared of anybody. Biden is a racist. Trump is a racist. Kamala is a racist. And if you don't have our money, you don't get our vote. Yeah, not. Who are you? Oh, all right, yeah, so like I was saying, I'm going to land my plane right there, but the Democrats are no better than the Republicans. No check, no vote. Y'all take care. And somebody get my man a tissue. He need a tissue.
Thank you. First, let me clarify something.
All right. So he would go on to say that he is a youth himself, but it's neither here nor there. Let's take what he's asking off the table, because a lot of people are like, oh, it's so stupid he's asking for money. Let's take that he said, let's say he didn't say money. Let's just say he said, hey, in order for us to give you a vote, you got to give us something in return. The point is, he's on the right path. Listen, Black America, I don't believe that y'all quite understand how this works. And oh yeah, Al Green. A lot of people is like Al Green. Al Green is that Creole. I think he from New Orleans. Al Green is that Creole who went in there and got his ass whooped at he a representative. Let me pull him up. Y'all know Al Green. Y'all know Representative Al Green. Y'all seen, we talked about him on this channel before. Hold on. Representative. He got that good hair. He a Creole. He a Democratic shield. It's what he is. He a Creole. He one of them Creoles. Where he at? Let me see. Yeah, this him right here. This him talking to Al Sharpton. So when he said he had Al Green up there, he wasn't talking about the singer. He talking about him. Look.
When the land was free, all you had to do was squat and you could have it. When the people came back from the war and there was a GI Bill, all you had to do was be a GI and you could get loans, and we didn't get those loans as readily as other people. I think we have to decide that we are going to move forward on the reparations question. I don't think this is something that we should put off to some distant point in time when we think we'll have the best opportunity. The best opportunity is when we have 218 votes in the House of Representatives, and let's move forward with reparations. Let's move forward with it.
Absolutely. And I might add that
Let me pause. This is a trap, Black Americans. Them niggas on that left is not trying to move forward with no reparations. Let's be clear. This is a trap. This is a okay. We'll give you reparations. You gonna vote for us? Give us your vote, and we're gonna give you the reparations. And then they're gonna say, we're gonna start a task force. Don't fall for this. Do not fall for this. What the Democratic Party is realizing, we got to do something. We can't do what we did. We can't act like we're not going to give them something, even though we never plan to give them nothing. We can't act like we're not going to give it to them. So what we got to do is make it seem like, that we're entertaining the idea. Do not trust either of these two fools. Okay? Your reparations is not going to come from either of them, first of all. But second of all, they're only doing enough to perk up your ears to make you think they're on your side. Then remember, Al Sharpton and Al Green's job is to keep you stupid. It makes them more money the more stupid that you are. They're not here to help you. They are not here to help you. Let Al respond.
he had advocated this for some time. He had me speak at the caucus weekend one year about that. He had a whole committee on that. And like I said, we just did Ben Crump, and I just spoke to the UN on this.
When the land was free, all you had to do was squat and you could have it. When the people came back.
Listen, remember we spoke about treason? If this was a court of our spiritual law, both of these niggas would be up on the plank ready to be hung. If this was back in the day, I'm talking about under the law of treason. I need you to understand what you're looking at here. If this was back in medieval times or times where they hung niggas at the stake at high noon for treasonous activities, both of them would be up there. Both of them. Both of these men have sold Black America down the hill so bad that if y'all even knew, if you even had a thought or an inkling of all of the things that they did, you'd want their heads yourself. These two are two of the most treasonous people that Black Americans have seen. As a matter of fact, I believe everybody in politics are treasonous, if you ask me. Black American or not. They're not there for you. Most of them boule. Most of them D9. You see what I'm saying? These two are horrible and have been horrible the entire time to Black America. And their constituents are just like them. The brother had it right when he said Biden's racist, Kamala's racist, because they are. Y'all are under the idea that these people don't. First of all, get me up here. Let me say this to Black America. It's not your skin color that they don't like. This is why people who share your skin color don't like you. It has zero to do with your skin color. It has everything to do with your identity and who you are. That's what this is all about. So Kamala, yes, in theory, is just as racist because she understands I ain't no Black American. I don't have no ties to that land over there. I don't have ties to anything over there. So she has zero problems coming cosplaying Black American to you to steal from you. She understands that you and her are two completely different people. Y'all are not the same. Just because a person shares melanin does not make them you. The old folks used to say, all skin folk ain't kin folk. That is a way to warn you about the people you come across. They're going to have people who look like you. They're going to have people who proclaim to be you, and they are not. Please be mindful of that. Please be mindful of that. You have to understand the way that this thing works. And the way that it works is, he's absolutely right. All of these people in these political positions are here to keep you stupid. It makes them rich if you stay stupid. It keeps them keeping generational wealth going in their family if you stay stupid. The fact of the matter is this. Kamala is just as racist. And don't think about it when I say racist is skin color. Think about it as she understands you is not her and she is not you. Remember, Kamala is also one of the people who gave over the Freedmen's Bank. I hope y'all know about that. She gave the Freedmen's Bank over to all of the foreigners. We spoke about it on the doggone channel. Look it up. She did a whole press conference when she gave away the Freedmen's Bank. Obama gave away, he eradicated the term Negro. How many laws we had and provisions we had under the term Negro? Obama just erased that bitch like it was nothing, because Obama is another one. He understands that he is not you. It's not about skin color. Skin color is what got us caught up in the first place. It has never been about skin color. That's the last thing it's about. They know who you are. You don't know who you are. They do. They know that you own this land. They know that you are the progenitors of this world. They know exactly who you are. The only person who don't know who you are is you. It may not make sense, y'all, but I'm telling you, identity is going to lead you to your freedom. Identity is going to lead you to your freedom. Please do your genealogy. Now, I want to go into Kamala Harris. So then Kamala Harris comes on here. She also has a few things to say. Also, she says that she wants to, before we get into Kamala Harris, let's get into Al Sharpton's response to the young brother. So the young brother said what he said about Al Sharpton and all of them and said they're racist. And basically, he pointed out the fact that there was only 4 young people in the whole audience. He pointed all of that out and showed y'all that this was a bunch of bull, right? Let's get into Al Sharpton's response to the young man. Now, watch how dismissive he is. Oh, well, what is he gonna do? He's gonna pick apart the semantics of it all. Let me tell you what I mean by that. That brother made a lot of valid points. One of the valid points was, hey, no money, no vote. Meaning, we're not just going to keep blindly voting for y'all. That's what we need to be tackling. All of this other stuff is all semantics. Al Sharpton knows that. But he's not going to tackle what we need to talk about, because then he'll have to be exposed for knowing that we'll never get reparations. So what he's going to do is pick apart a straw man. Oh, okay. He want to talk about reparations. Well, how we going to get them? It's no different from if, let's say, a kid come to you and say, Ma, she hit me. Right? Let's say you got two kids and one kid come to you and say, my sister hit me. If I tell the kid, oh, don't do that, or tell the other kid, don't hit me back. What if the other kid, well, but she hit me first. It don't matter. I'm telling you, leave it alone. I'm saying all that to say, he's pulling up an argument that meant nothing. It's the same thing Judge Joe Brown did with me when I was asking him about the orphan train, about the crackers that came in and stole our land, when I was asking Judge Joe Brown about the term black and how we're being stolen from. Judge Joe Brown chose to tackle other stuff. Oh, well, y'all worry about the word, and what would you like to call yourself? I don't give a damn what we call ourselves. What I'm asking you is, what was on your mind when you came up with the term black? Because we're fighting for it. That's exactly what Al Sharpton is going to do. He's going to go down the whole, well, he don't have a way to get reparated. It doesn't matter how. Let's tackle the point in what he said. No money, no vote. He's never going to do that. Let's get into Al.
Do you think the American public understands the danger we're in, one? And secondly, what do we need to do to mobilize the black community more about voting? Because I think a lot of it, former Vice President Kamala Harris will be speaking here Thursday and on Friday, I'm sorry. And I think a lot of us just were complacent because we could have won if more of us had voted. We can talk about all we want about what others didn't do. Yeah. Too many black men was running around talking about, I ain't voting for a woman.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, we need to have these honest discussions.
Yeah, yeah.
Too many black men. Trump sent 2 or 3 black politicians on a tour and served them some cognac and cigars, which show you what he thought would appeal to us.
Yeah.
And just enough of us didn't vote for a black woman, and look what we got.
Correct.
She's not black. She's an Indian. She's a red dot forehead slut Indian. She's not black. Let's please be mindful of the language we use here, you punk. Because I believe Al Sharpton is a punk. Been since he was fat and funky and nasty and cheesy.
Yeah.
What do we need to do to address the black community to get rid of these excuses and get people out in the numbers? Because if they do, we can take the House and Hakeem Jeffries will be the speaker. And people tell me, well, Hakeem is not as aggressive as you. I'm not speaker. We all got different roles.
Correct, yeah.
If everybody's doing the same thing, we can get nowhere. You always have those inside, those outside.
Correct.
So tell us what we need to do and what is the focus as you see it.
Do she look like she know what the hell Black America need to do? She don't look like she speak to Black Americans on nothing. Look at that lady. Look at who they talking to. Look at her. Does she look like she's in the grassroots? Does she look like she have an ear to the streets of what the people want? No. It's all political theater. I want to show y'all his response. Here you go. Let me show y'all the response. Is it right here? No, it's over here. Look at him responding to the boy. Look.
So I'm glad that people are here. Let me say, in terms of our report for the year, and then we're going to go on with the program. Our young people are rehearsing, getting ready for this afternoon is our youth day. I heard somebody talk about young people that tell them to just stay around. They're going to see 2 people afternoon, all of the youth in there. And I don't know, but you get provocateurs because anybody that's talking to somebody younger than them holding the mic, then you know that they paid agents.
Pause. Now, if a lot happened just now. First of all, he called the man a provocateur, basically saying that he a shit starter. Number one. Number two, he's going to say that there are other youth coming out, but it don't matter. When that brother was on stage and he said, raise your hand if you're 35 or younger, he only counted 4 people. That meant in the room where conversations needed to have, there was no youth representation. It don't matter what kind of boule babies you got behind the scenes that you done polished up and gonna come out here with the right smile. We don't care about that. When it was time to have the conversations, he said, how many people under 35 in the room? And only 4 people raised their hands. Who gives a damn if the dude holding the mic was under 35? He's a boule junior waiting on his chance. We don't care. But to call this man a provocateur and to make it seem like he's doing something wrong or he said something wrong when he didn't is messed up. And this is the way that they pull the wool over your eyes. They are trying to trick you. The fact of the matter is there is no grassroots people there, none. And on top of them not being grassroots people there, there's nobody in there that are from the youth. And for this agent, when I tell you this nigga been an FBI agent allegedly since the 60s, for him to call anybody an agent is the most richest thing I've ever seen in my freaking life. Remember, he's been allegedly being an agent since he was back there playing with Martin Luther King and them. So for him to call somebody an agent, oh yeah, that is hilarious. Projection much.
And if you're in the room, if you don't like me saying that, I'll say it again. Because you cannot get reparations without putting people in office that's going to pay them. So
bullshit. You don't need to put nobody in office that's going to pay you. The only way you're going to get reparations is if you do your genealogy. The only way Black Americans are going to get reparations is if you do your genealogy. You got to go up to the people and say, hey, my name is Joe Schmo. I am the son of Joe Schmo Sr., Joe Schmo the 3rd, Joe Schmo the 5th, and Joe Schmo the 6th. You stole my people land, and I am their rightful heir, and you need to run that back. You stole our money. You stole our bit. That's the only way you're going to get reparations. Putting the right person in is bullshit, because paperwork, documentation beat conversation all day. Documentation going to beat the conversation every single day of the week. We don't give a damn who you put in there. That's a trick. Witchcraft. Do the damn genealogy. Don't listen to no Al.
Talk that ignorance somewhere else.
Bullshit. And look at them. See them boulets behind them clapping? You got to keep in mind, this is generational shit here. They mamas was on the Democratic plantation and party. Their daddies before them. The mamas and daddies before them. This is bloodline shit. I told y'all, and even when you looking at entertainment, y'all got to start following that bloodline. Y'all don't want to do that though. Even your favorite athletes and actors is all connected through the bloodline. It's bloodline, bloodline, bloodline. So of course they clapping because in their mind, this fits their world. Me down? Did they take me down, girl? You see that? Look at that. All the stuff I talk about on here, as soon as I start talking about this politics, here go YouTube. YouTube, go lay down. Please, I'm cooking. Now, what I was saying was, they wait until we get here. And listen, let me tell you something. Like I said, documentation beats conversation any day of the week. These boule people who are behind them clapping because this helps keep their heaven on earth. You want to wonder why Black America, why most of us living in hell on earth, is because they are living in heaven on earth. Let me say it again. The reason why most Black Americans live in hell on earth is because a lot of these treasonous punks and a lot of these treasonous people y'all believe to be the politicians y'all love are living in heaven so that you can live in your hell. In order for them to maintain their lifestyles and their generational wealth, you have to remain stupid. You have to have no identity. And you have to never awaken. These people are working overtime to keep you stupid and keep you asleep. And wolves are always showing up in sheep clothing. They look like they're your people. They look like they have your best interests at heart. They do not. These people are on a payroll. These people were told to get out there and go viral and say this and say that because we need this vote. And that's what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. Do not fall for the okie doke. Let them finish.
No, people talking about we have been for all of our existence fighting for reparations, made every candidate pledge to it. You cannot get reparations unless you elect folk that's gonna pay it. Who you gonna pay yourself? So you can't at one hand say don't vote for everybody, they racist, but I want reparations. Who gonna pay you? So either you paid or you stupid or both.
Bullshit.
I mean, I don't see nobody standing up. I didn't see whoever it was, but yeah, okay. I was at college and the guy stood up talking about, I don't believe in all that nonviolent stuff. Y'all need to get out the way and da 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 and da da da. And all you punks, I said, hold it with the punk stuff. I said, because you got one punk out. You go to second punk, you're going to get the best nonviolent whipping you ever got in your life. Because I'm not scared of the folk we fighting. I ain't scared of the folk we fighting with. So let's be clear about that. Let me say that it is very important that we recognize our chapter leaders. I want to thank.
Listen, Black America, I speak about this a lot on Educational Friday. Hear me out. Just hear me out. Think about it like this. In order for the white man and all these foreigners to be successful, they need Black participation. They cannot do this unless some people from the inside help them. A lot of the Black people, if not damn near all of them in your politics, are literally daily helping them. Every single day, they're helping that enemy to keep you poor and keep you stupid. It's just the facts. Okay? And that's what Al Sharpton is up here doing. He's rather call this man an agent and call him this, that, and the third than to address the fact that the Democratic Party has been a thorn in Black Americans' ass since the 60s. He don't give a damn. All he care about is he need his check. Pay attention. It ain't just Al. It's everybody over there. All of them. And if you think you're in a safe space because you're on the right, you're wrong. You're way wrong. Now let's get into Kamala. Kamala came out, scam, and now remember, this is the same lady. First of all, hold on. Let me pull that up first. This is the same lady who said, so I'm not just going to sit up here and say I'm going to do anything. I'm going to give things specifically for Black people. No. Because anything that I do is going to benefit all people. That's what she said. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up on YouTube. It's easier to find on YouTube. Hold on. Kamala Harris. Reparations. Get her up here. Because mind you, this one, and she's not even a good actress. That's the worst part. Scam is not even a good actress. But for some odd reason, we fall under that trick, under the witchcraft of not wanting to be the odd man out and wanting to believe what everybody else say, not want to look at the truth. But the fact of the matter is, Scam, as I call her, and I call her Scam because she lied and said she was a Black American, knowing good and well she is not. She scammed her way all the way into the D9, and she scams her way into you niggas' heart. So in my mind, she will forever be Scam. Scam, scam, scam. Scam, scam, scam. She's a tether. A red dot tether is what she is. Okay? Now, let's get into what Scam said then, and we're going to get into what Scam got to say now. You can't make this up. You literally can't. Let's get into it.
Listen, again, we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination, segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, Black people have not. And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the Lift Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of Black families who are in poverty.
Bullshit. That Lift Up Act would have said that's what it would have did, but no. What it would have did is all them immigrants, all them aliens, them foreigners coming in here, they would have got that. And they would have said, Black America, you need to fight for it because it's for you. But we would have looked at each other saying, but we not getting it. But and other Black people would have said, shut up, boy. You still need to fight for it. It's ours. That's the whole trick. That lift up shit was not going to help no niggas. Nowhere, no shape, no how. And she's going to say it out of her own mouth. Because you know you can only lie and hide the truth so long.
So by default, it affects Black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit Black children, Black families, Black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it.
Bullshit.
Listen, the reality also is this. Any policy that will benefit Black people will benefit all of society.
There you go.
Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say,
I ain't going to lie. See that? Let's really be clear about that. Bitch, I feel played. Because hold on. See, this is why they make sure they get them boule babies to do these interviews. Because, bitch, what you not going to do is talk to me like I'm your child. Bitch, I don't give a damn what office you sat in, ho. What you not going to do is sit across from me and talk to me like I'm... Let's really be... No, bitch, let's really be clear about a few things. It's about to be some furniture moving around this bitch. Yeah, let's really be clear. Who is you talking to, Silk Press? Who is you talking to, D9? You can't be talking to no real bitch. Who is you talking to? Because like I say, you can only hide for so long. At certain points, the truth gonna come out. That's why when she started, well, you know, it will, you know, inadvertently, it will directly benefit. Something must have snapped in that whole head. The devil must have came off that whole shoulder and said, no, fuck all that. Say what you got to say. And then she said, well, the reality is this. Okay? Anything that I do is not going to specifically, you get it? Look, you could tell. I'm going to show you exactly where the devil came in her head. Look.
Disparities are so significant.
Look.
So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities.
Look, it's hitting.
And we understand that that's part of why we're doing it.
It's hitting in the head.
Listen.
That's when it hit. That's when the devil on the shoulder said, girl, fuck all that. Say what you got to say, girl. You feel me? Come on, I done been there. I done been there where I got the angel on this side saying, don't say it, boo girl. Let it go, let it go. But the longer the conversation go on, the devil on this side say, man, fuck all that. You feel what I'm saying? I done been there. I know what I'm looking at. She got tired of the explanation, tired of the word salad, and say, there you go. And this is where she gonna tell you the truth. Let's roll it out. What she said, the reality is this.
Understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this. Any policy that will benefit Black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that.
Yeah, that's fighting words where I'm from. Let's really be clear about that. With that look, where I'm from, you wouldn't have got the second, let's really be clear about that. The first one would have got you popped. Let's be clear. The first, let's be clear about that, would have got you popped where I'm from. You wouldn't have got the second one off with the eyebrows up. You wouldn't have got it off. I'm just saying. It's the attitude for me. Mind you, she's stepping in ski win, cosplaying Black American. But when it comes down to the people asking you, what is you going to do for the nigga? It's let's really be clear about that. When a person shows you who they are the first time, believe them. Let me let her finish.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No, because whatever benefits that Black family will benefit that community and society as a whole and the country. Right?
So she said what she said. She's not going to do anything that specifically benefits Black families. No. Let's really be clear about it. Let's really be clear about this. I just want to play that for you. Well, we're at the midterms and these paid actors are back at it. This is what Kamala has to say now. Apparently she has a change of heart. Y'all get the lights up.
The last point I would say on this, Rev, and I think I know it's a bit controversial, but here's how I feel about this. You know how I was talking earlier about how people are so transactional? I think we need to be transactional voters. I think, yes, it is right when we are trying to get folks to register to vote and to go vote, and it is absolutely right that we remind everyone of our history, especially when they're trying to erase it. We remind people of the lives, the blood.
We have to stop when people start speaking like this and ussing and weing themselves. I think as Black Americans, even in real life, we got to start correcting that. No. There's no us. There's no we. Kamala Harris have zero genetic line back to America. Let me say it again. Kamala Harris have a zero genetic line back to Turtle Island, back to this land. There is no us. There is no we. No one from Kamala's history, lineage, or nothing has suffered or dealt with anything on this soil. There is no us. There is no we. And we have to start correcting people when they say it in the moment. Don't wait till later. No, because I need you to know when you're saying it so you can unfamiliarize yourself. It ain't no us and it ain't no we. It's a you and it's a me. Because what happens is when they us and we us, it's a way for them to tether onto our plight and extract our resources. So please, Black America, whenever you're in conversation with these people and they start ussing and weing us, please be mindful. You need to correct. No. Who are you? Who your mom and them is? Where you come from? Scam is not us. Her family and her lineage has nothing to do with us. So right now she's tethering really hard. Look at her, little bad built self. She built like one of them clear women.
Right, that we remind everyone of our history, especially when they're trying to erase it. We remind people of the lives, the bloodshed on the Edmund Pettus Bridge, the sacrifice of those young people at the lunch counter, the assassination of Dr. King. There are so many things that we must remember about history so that what compels us to vote includes not only our civic duty, but honoring the ancestors. Yes. And
that's not your ancestors, number one. Number two, she's not trying to honor no ancestors and do no civic duty. She capping. She's using your plight and your trauma to get your vote.
And here's what I'm suggesting in addition. Get yours. Vote and say, I'm voting because I expect something out of this. You're not going to take for granted that I'm going to vote because I'm a good citizen and it's my civic duty to vote, so that you don't even worry about whether you're producing what I need because, we can count on them to vote because they remember the Edmund Pettus Bridge. I'm saying it's okay to also give people permission to be transactional and to say, if you're going to get my vote, this is what I expect. I'm going to vote because I expect to get something out of this. I'm going to get mine by voting. That's what I would offer. I think it's okay to give people permission to be transactional voters.
Girl, if y'all believe this, I got a will to say you. He outside. He waiting on y'all. Come get him. If you believe this, I got a free Willy outside to sell you. Girl, these people have gotten a new talking points, and they understand in order to even hear or be heard by Black America, they got to start talking like they're going to give reparations. This is why they're saying all of this now. They don't mean this. It's a ploy to get you back on the plantation, okay? Now, for those of you guys who are in the political sphere and you vote, please do not fall for this banana in the tailpipe. But not only that, while we over here telling the Democrats, hey, we need something for our votes, I sure hope Black America is telling that to the Republicans as well. Because Black America, you're shooting yourself in the foot if you leave one plantation to go give another one your vote for free. This is for my voting people out there, for my people who are in the politics, because this is the thing. We're going to have to build our own political arena. We're going to have to grow and breed our own politicians at some point. But for those of you who are still in their people's stuff, only thing I'm telling you is at some point you're going to realize that the right is going to do you the same way. So if y'all run into the right with no demands, you're literally walking into the same trap. So please, Black America, don't just run from the left. When you run to the right, say, now what y'all got? That's just what I would do if I was into the voting sphere. But as it pertains to Kamala, she's regurgitating her talking points. I heard her say that she may run again. I hope not, but even if, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, they're just regurgitating talking points so that you can fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Yeah, she thinks we stupid. Absolutely, she thinks we're dumb. She thinks we're stupid. And you know what's crazy? A lot of people are. And it's only because they get caught up in their emotions. They get caught up in their emotions. Don't do that. Kim Gladney, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you, beautiful. Mother Tree and Moon, thank you for the super chat. Says, Black folk never had an issue with getting it, so just getting it isn't enough. Sometimes something else deeper is going on with us. It's structural. What the F is that? I read that one. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate you. Rebel T, thank you for the super chat. Says, I'm getting scared, boo. I read that one. Thank you, beautiful. ATLP Doll 89, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, boo, love you down to the ground, and I love your bag. I sent you a video of my nephew, FBA down to the ground. He loved knowledge, being in the sun, and acorns. I'll check it out. Where'd you send it? You got to send it to my email. I don't check my DMs on Instagram and stuff. So send it to my email. But thank you, beautiful. I appreciate you. For good and evil, thank you for the super chat. Says, I hate you, boo. We can't screw you in peace. LMAO. Right. You already know how I go. Hell no, you can't screw me in peace. I got to make some noise. You get it? I love a good wrestle in the bed. You get it? Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. Bubbly Glamourista. Thank you for the super. I'm sorry for being a member for 4 months. Says, boo, you about to make me cry. My mama passed in 2020. And whenever I hear about or see butterflies, I get emotional because she loved them so much. Aww. Rest in peace to your mama. You know what? She's still here watching over you. Tap in. Tap in. That might be your mama coming around with them butterflies if you start to see them. Tap in, Bubbly Glamourista. Thank you so much for the super chat. Miss Marmar 89, thank you for the super chat. Says, we're learned to laugh in order to cope, and I commend us for it, but it's time to get serious. Facts. Gone are the days where we laugh to keep from crying. Now we doing something about it. That part. And thank you again for the super chat. It says, and let's put this out there. Reparations is not universal basic income, UBI, money for all. It has nothing to do with us. Our debt must be paid. Facts. Thank you, Ms. Marmar. I appreciate you. And Symphony, thank you so much for the super chat. Says that's why why Al Sharpton worked for the devil in the Proud Family. The episode where BB and Cece grew up, and the new ones where Penny went to college. I'm gonna have to check that out. I never looked at that. Thank you, Symphony. I appreciate you. And S Dog Mariah, thank you for the super chat. Says, I love politics personally because I studied it. It's a game, and right now we can actually make a third party. America is ripe right now. Yes, and that's where I was going. S Dog Mariah. Yes. See, this is what we need. I don't believe in the right or the left. I think that anybody dealing with the right or the left. Thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you, how do you say it? Draw 4668. Thank you for the super sticker. Listen, this is what I'm trying to say. I don't believe that there's any safety on either side. But I do know that now that we're in the greatest reset that Trump just showed y'all, all it means is now we're starting over. Just like what Marmar said, we can create our own party from the grassroots. We can grow our own politicians the same way they do. It's just that we wouldn't do it in a jacked up way. We grow politicians from little bitty kids who understand that no matter what, my people come first. That's how you create your own party. Now the Democrats don't have no party. So now niggas ain't got nowhere to go but to the Republicans. Now is the time for us to come up out the grassroots with our party. Absolutely. This is the great reset. This is the reset for us to do it. And we can get back the party that we had, because the Republican Party that you see today is not Black Americans' party. It is not at all. Okay. Never forget that. But with that being said, I'm about to hop up off of here. 3 hours and 15 minutes. Girl, let me get off of here. I'll be down here later on at the Dollhouse. If y'all want to Joce me over there at the Dollhouse Reacts, I will be over there later on to discuss Malone Madness Mondays. I meditated. Listen to me and listen to me good. I meditated and cried today and grounded on Junior. Something about the shape. Meet me at the Dollhouse later on this evening for Malone Madness Monday. For those of y'all who don't know where I'm talking about, I have another channel called the Dollhouse Reacts. Meet me at the Dollhouse Reacts later on. I meditated and I grounded and I prayed on Junior today. Something gonna shake. If the last thing I fucking do, something is gonna shake. With that being said, I love y'all. Y'all make sure y'all take care of yourselves. Pay it forward and love on each other, okay? It's already time. We waking up. We waking up. Wake up, niggas. Love y'all. See y'all later. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go! It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.